Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Thank you very much for tuning in. Arsenal versus Liverpool tonight. I'm really excited about this game because there's nothing really riding on it. It's just a little bit of pride. And yeah, really excited to see the game tonight. To see how Arsenal fare against a real tough challenge. Can they bounce back after the North London defeat? Liverpool, I think a lot of people are talking about wanting to be on the beach, but as most of the Liverpool fans said on the show last night, they want this 100 points. And they have to win tonight. If they don't win tonight, Liverpool, they can't get the 100 points. That's an absolute certainty. It cannot happen for them. So, yeah, it should be an interesting game to see how sort of that transpires and what goes on, what happens as an example. We're going to be here through all of that. Of course, we're going to be live on Hot Mic as well. We're going to be going live on there in a few moments' time. I want you to sign up to Hot Mic for me, though. The link is in the description below. And, yeah, the link is in the description below. So I want you to sign up to that. I want you to use my promo code TFT. Come follow the Football Terrace and get yourselves on over there. We've got a caller straight away tonight. Gal, welcome to the show. What do you want to say, bro? Or do I have to guess?
The lineup's not out yet, but I'm expecting some players to be rested today.
Why?
Because Arteta said in his pregame that he was thinking about doing some rotation. So I wouldn't be surprised if either Danny Ceballos or Aubameyang are dropped for Saka and Terrace.
It's just not a game though where you need to play. I mean, would that be a stronger team or a weaker team? What's your thoughts?
I think Arteta is just he might do the exact same defensive lineup. I don't see Rob Holding jumping in because I think he wants a left-footed player to play. So Kolasinac is still going to probably play, but I think Aubameyang has probably played every single game so far except for the FA Cup game. And he might go for a stronger team in the FA Cup game and go for a weaker team today.
Yeah, that makes sense for you. We were talking about that on the preview for the Manchester United game, and I wanted to play the strongest team possible against Palace because, of course, it's top four is still doable for us, and for yourselves, the FA Cup's all you've got left now. So, if you lose Sunday to City, that's it. Your season's finished, and so I can understand that. It'll be interesting though, and I think it's going to be an interesting game because I think Liverpool really want the win. I think Liverpool really do. I think Liverpool genuinely want to do this. The Centurions. In fact, I think they want to beat City's record. Which if they win their remaining 3 games, I think they can beat the record, can't they?
Yeah, but they have 2 tough games, I would say. I know we haven't been tough all season, but Chelsea and Arsenal historically are tough games to have back-to-back. So if they could drop points in one of those 2 games, maybe tonight, maybe against Chelsea. You know me, I'm always optimistic, and hopefully we can at least get some points out of tonight's game, either 3 points or 1. Most likely, you'd probably bet on us losing. But I think if we can't, we're at home. The crowd's not there, but we still perform against the big teams at home. Don't forget that. We don't tend to lose at home against the big teams, except for the City, who slap us all the time at home. But
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hopeful tonight. I hope that you can do it because, and this is purely because of the internal thing we have on. We created the metrics around what makes the greatest teams, and Liverpool, if they get 100 points or more, they get 20 bonus points. And I'm being very petty, but I'm being serious. I don't want them getting the extra 20 bonus points because the less points they get in that league, it keeps them away from Man United's big total. So I definitely want you guys to win tonight. It will stop. Also, if you beat them, it stops them. If you beat them, they cannot be Centurions, and it's just a nice little. It's a nice little thing to take away from them because we already know that this Liverpool team is being touted as one of the greatest in Premier League history. So if they don't go invincible, if they don't win multiple trophies, if they don't go Centurions, it's a much more difficult sale to have. Does that make sense? In terms of they haven't achieved something. They haven't done anything, barring the points gap. They haven't really done anything that I would look at and go, yeah, that's going to live on for the rest of time. Like the Invincibles will always be a season we know. The trebles will be a season we know. You know, if you win doubles, everyone remembers the year their club did a double. And everybody remembers the years that Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea have won doubles. We all remember it. So I don't know if it will be as memorable. And I'm a rival of Liverpool, so I'm obsessed with them. And I want to take things away from them like that. And I need you guys to step up and do that seeding. What's your score prediction for the game?
Oh man, you know me. I'm always optimistic, so I can't pick Arsenal to lose, and I think we might shock the world and get a 2-1 because we've done that before. We've shocked big teams before at home, but on the road we always lose. So I think we can possibly get the 2-1. There's gonna be goals in this game. At least if you're a betting man, you're gonna always bet over 2 goals in this matchup. Because history tells you there's always goals.
The history, plus your defense.
Of course. I'm thinking, Terry, what's going to happen is Liverpool are going to play a weakened team. They're going to play a Nico Williams and a Curtis Jones, and we're going to have Saka instead of Aubameyang, and possibly a midfield rotation, and Bellerin's going to be out for maybe Cedric. So with that all being said, possibly happening, once the lineups are out, you can kind of see where the game's gonna go.
Liverpool's lineup is out, and they have, so I'll get my thing ready. So got Alisson in goal, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum. No Henderson because obviously he's out injured. They've got the Ox in there for him, who I'm going to add into that team now to take Henderson out. So the Ox is in for him, and then it's Mane, Salah, Firmino. So you can tell by Liverpool's team, they are tonight. They are in it to 110% win it. They're not coming here to just take part and whatever. They've played. That's the strongest team available in my opinion. With Keita, Minamino, Shaqiri, Origi, Jones, Elliott, Williams on the bench. Yeah. So for me, he's onside. Bournemouth have got a goal back here. Hang on, have they? I don't know. Oh, no, he's offside by like a millimetre. Bless him. They almost got the equaliser. That's so bad. It's so harsh for him. Oh, well, not an equaliser, a goal back. But yeah, it's definitely offside. But it's a lot closer than it actually looked on. Yeah, he's slightly offside. Sorry, I'm changing the subject completely.
So it looks like Liverpool are going for it. You know, the moment you see Aubameyang on the bench, everyone's going to criticize Arteta. But I think the rest of the season, you can't criticize the manager. You have to see he's building for the future. He's trying to build for next season. And fans, you need to make up your mind. Either criticize him because the players are underperforming, and then criticize the players. Because you can't just criticize the manager constantly. I can already tell you how this is going to go, Terry. If we lose, people are going to try to take a shot at Arteta, which makes no sense. And if the players underperform, they're going to slate them. But we have to understand that we're facing the best team in the Premier League and possibly the best team in the world.
Yeah. No, I get that completely. You know what I really laugh about? There's loads of Man United fans on my timeline moaning about that Bournemouth goal being offside. They're going, how can it be offside by a toe? I'm like, because a toe can score a goal, bruv. I still don't get. We're a year in now to this VAR, and I'm like, do people not understand the concept of offside? If you're offside, you're offside, and it's mad. They're like, well, it's only a toe though. I'm like, yeah, can you imagine? I hope it doesn't happen to Man United, but can you imagine if you lose a game, like a guy scores a toe poke, like, but it's fine to be offside by his toe. It's mad. So I get really frustrated with stuff like that. I find it weird. I'm gonna get the team up and get them on the screen in just a moment. I'm still waiting for the Arsenal team to come out.
I just seen it. You want me to tell you what it is?
Hang on a sec. I've got it now. So it's Martinez in goal. It's going to be Holding, David Luiz. Wow. Yeah, they definitely rested some players tonight. So David Luiz is starting, but Holding's in the team. Sorry, because I need to find all these players. So Holding's back in the side. No Socrates. They've got Cedric starts as well. Torreira and Xhaka start this game. Tierney stays in the side. Pepe is in. Lacazette is in. Saka is back in. And Nelson. So that's it. So how do you think that lineup will look?
I think it's a 4-4-2. He's going to have Nelson on the right. He's going to have Saka on the left of the midfield. They're going to play, and then he's going to have, or it could be two sitting. But I think it's going to probably be two banks of four with Pepe and Lacazette being the front of the attack.
Okay, so defensively, how would that line up then? Because you've obviously got Holding. So you think it'll be four? So you'll have Holding and David Luiz as your centre backs.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes a bit of sense. I'm just moving it around. So one thing about this thing, I have to manually move these players around when a formation changes, and it's really frustrating. But that's just a first. That's a first
Anyways,
world problem.
Arteta tells us basically that he told us pregame that he was going to rest players. So I'm not shocked. But the thing is, when he tells it to you straight out as it is pregame, and you should expect this as a fan. So anyone moaning about the lineup, you guys need a reality check, because there's a squad for a reason. We have a 25-man squad. You have to use your squad. You cannot just have all your players playing every single game. It doesn't work like that. This is football. You have to make a rotation. So here I am making excuses for him. But at the end of the day, I think Arteta has shown that his game plan works. But the players have constantly let him down with individual errors. So we cannot get on the manager. You can get on the player as much as you want, but it's too early to get on this guy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can criticize individual mistakes that he makes and go, he needs to, but there's a difference between criticizing him and then like absolutely lambasting him. And I think that's the difference. That's what I've seen happen too much to managers. And I think I've been guilty of that. And I'm one of those people that have done that to my manager. So I completely agree with you. There's an element now of just, you know what, get behind your team, support your team as an example, and back them. I'm just going to get the screen updated. Is there anything else? And I'm asking that, it's a bit of a loaded question. Anything else that you wanted to discuss?
You know me, win, lose, or draw. I'm gonna be optimistic for next season. I'm that kind of guy. But guys, understand who we're playing. Don't get too excited if we score the first goal, because they could come back and win the game easily. Just keep it real, and win, lose, or draw, Terry. You know I'm gonna come on after, so I'll keep it real.
I do want your opinion on one thing as well tonight.
Yeah.
What's your view on everything that's happened today and been said in relation to Claude?
Mate, as a person, I'll tell you this. There's been stuff said between me and him, and take that aside. Whatever he said, if he apologized, and if he's going to take the right courses and do the right thing to try to better himself, I'm all for that. Let him do what he can do to improve himself as a human being, but I'm not gonna be here and kick a man when he's down.
Yeah, no, I hear that, and I didn't. In all fairness to you, I didn't expect you to, and that's actually been the message from the majority of people towards Claude, along the lines of it's good that he's apologized. He's seen I want to use the right expression, but sort of seen the error of his ways in relation to that, and I think AFTV will do that. You know, I didn't have a conversation today with Robbie, but I messaged and spoke with Robbie. You know, it's definitely the right thing that AFTV have done. You know, you go away and you reflect, and this is the thing: you can be somebody that's completely and utterly pro Black Lives Matter, a complete anti-racist, but it doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes, and that goes for AFTV as well. Like, you know, they may not recognize something as being offensive or discriminatory, and that's part of life. You know, I saw a list that was tweeted the other day. I want to say it was by the UN, but it might not have been the UN. It might be somebody else, and it was like words that are no longer acceptable. And there were certain words in there. I just sort of thought to myself, I know I wouldn't think not to use that word anymore. It's now deemed an offensive word, and that's what happens. We have to educate ourselves. But I think what society needs to do is ensure that people are given the opportunity to better themselves. I don't like this notion of certain things should get you completely cancelled. I mean, the R. Kelly situation is a great example. That's, if he's found guilty, that's beyond a stupid joke or an incorrect opinion. But with some things, I'm just almost like, well, there has to be a way of apologizing, learning from it, and rehabilitating yourself. Otherwise, I think we're setting a really dangerous precedent for life in general, that you make a mistake once and that's you punished and finished, you know, in terms of what you can do forever. And I think that's the element that slightly concerns me, is that some people don't want to seem to allow people to better themselves and then to come back. It's like, that's it, you're done now. You shouldn't be allowed to do anything ever again. I find that notion a little bit scary, if I'm being honest, because, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have not, you know, I haven't done it, but I've got good, you know, I know Claude very, very well, and what he said is wrong. I completely condemn it. But I've also been around him privately in many, many moments when he's been drinking, when he's been angry, when he's been happy, when he's been around all multitude of people. And there's never been one moment, you know, sometimes you're around slightly older people and they say things, you're like, oh, that's a little bit. Never had that moment once. And me and a lot of the guys are talking today, and we're like, yeah, never ever have we kind of had that experience. So yeah, I agree with you. Get away, do some training, go some courses, learn what is and isn't acceptable, and then, you know, hopefully at some point in the future, AATV can have him back, and we can see a better and improved Claude.
Very true, man. And hey, everyone, everyone makes mistakes. I'm not gonna be here kicking him when he's down. He said stuff to myself, never that that serious. But to be honest, I never knew what he said, and I never knew the connotations and the fact that it was a derogatory term. So the fact that this incident happened, it actually educated a lot of people. So maybe some good can come out of the very negative.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's also part of it. I got why people found it offensive because I understand the phrase. Like I've sat in many pubs in London where people come in and they just literally walk around saying DVD, selling it, and those people tend, not always, but I would say 90% of the time, came from a sort of East Asian sort of origin, as it were. So I understood it, but a lot of people across the UK didn't even get it, let alone people that have moved to the UK. And I think that's the whole point. It's people don't always say things out of malice. It's intent, if that makes sense. And I think that's what often gets taken out of context in these situations. Is people just, that was a horrible thing to say. Okay, you think it's horrible, but the person's intent wasn't to be horrible. It was to make a joke, or that it was they thought it was funny, or they thought it was still an acceptable word to use as an example. So as I say, I think people just need to be given the opportunity to better themselves, become a better person, but allowed to get back in the race again. I think this notion of just ending someone's career, ending someone's jobs, ending someone's prospects for life, that's only going to make situations worse, because I think you can turn a lot of people, very bitter, very angry. I've had friends that, have gone to jail and to prison, and they've struggled to get jobs when they've got out. Like, even though they've served their time, it's 10, 15 years later after getting out, they've never reoffended, but they still can't move up the ladder from a jobs point of view. That's why a lot of people end up reoffending. That's why a lot of people never get themselves out of the situation they're in, because we have this notion as a society that once you've messed up once, you should be punished for that same mistake every single day for the rest of your life. And I understand that certain crimes you can commit are at that level, but I don't quite think Claude's fits into that bill. But there we go. Listen, mate, I appreciate you coming on. Good luck in the game, and we'll chat to you afterwards.
No problem, man.
Top man, take care. Thank you. As a HD with a super chat says the pick of Arsenal giving Ox a guard of honour. Yeah, that is a little bit funny, It is a little bit funny. It is a little bit funny. I just read that out there. I think Tierney playing as a third centre-back and Saka as a left wing-back. It could be that. And if we see it line up that way, then we'll change it around. We've got Azim on the line now. Azim, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say?
You're right, Terry.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
What do you want to say? What's on your mind?
I just want to talk about the top four, to be honest with you. I know it's a bit off topic because you're covering
no, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. It's not a problem.
I just want to say this top four race, and I'm a Manchester United fan, obviously. I just talk about Manchester United real quick. I was thinking this. I've seen on Twitter, the banter and whatnot, because we drew to Southampton. Even though I was like, it's all right. We're still 18 games unbeaten and whatnot. It shows. Well, tomorrow will show, if we win, the mentality of this team and how far we've come. In terms of, we were in a similar situation last year. We were nowhere near the top four. Out of nowhere, we came cruising, and then when we were in touching distance, we blew it. And it's, it can happen again. And tomorrow will prove if we are that team that's going in the right direction, or we still have bottle job mentality in this team.
I understand where you're coming from, and I think it's a crucial time. It's a very, very crucial time for Man United at the moment, because we've done all the hard work to get ourselves back into a position where we're being competitive again, and we're challenging, and we're putting pressure on people. It's now we didn't take yesterday's opportunity, Tuesday's opportunity, Monday's opportunity. Jesus, week's gone so quickly, and that's disappointing in itself. But we've got another opportunity now against Palace, and it's even more important with of course, Chelsea picking up points last night and Leicester play before. If Leicester win their game tomorrow night, it becomes even more important for us to step up and ensure that we deliver. So you're right. And if we do that and we get ourselves into a position where we win 3 points tomorrow, it's another kind of tick in the box where we can handle these pressurised games. We don't have an FA Cup semi-final. Can we get over that line? It's a big game. It's a semi-final. You're judged massively as a football club with how you do in those given situations. So there's a lot riding on the next week or so for Manchester United, in my opinion. There's a penalty decision that's been given here, or they're looking at it, and it's very similar to that of Man United, where it's actually Jesus who steps on the defender's leg. The leg doesn't touch him, but it's weird. If this one's given, it's exactly the same as Bruno Fernandes's, where the player actually hasn't touched the player, but he's trodden him by mistake, and the foul's gone. Obviously, VAR's checking it. I'm just really interested in this because this will be the third one in a week. That Wolves got one that was identical. Now, this for me is exactly the same thing again. I just want to see what happens before we continue our conversation. So I'm not sure. Hang on. Overturned, so it's not been given. Well, it shouldn't be given because the Premier League said that Man United was given in error. So that means any more like that, there'll be a precedent for not giving them. So that's the correct decision, I suppose. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, as I say, it's a big moment for Manchester United. It's a big moment for Man United this week to step up. And I think that sometimes if we win our next 2 games as an example and get ourselves to a final and don't allow anyone that wins before us to get into trouble, like to pull away from us again, I think the level of confidence that will then put into the heads of our players is massive, and that's what we don't have yet. We're getting to clutch time now. Clutch. Every game is clutch. Can we step up in these opportune moments? You know, if we lose to Palace, lose the semi-final, drop points against West Ham, and then don't beat Leicester on the final day, there are big question marks over the mentality and the bottle of this team. There's no doubt about that in my mind.
Terry, I had a question for you, actually. I was at the answer from myself, actually. Would you rather have United finish 5th and win two trophies, which is obviously the Cup and Europa League? Winning the Europa League gets us into the Champions League. Or would you finish 3rd, which is still a possibility, and win no trophies?
If that's the choice, I'd come 5th and win 2 trophies because 2 trophies is better than no trophies, especially as one of those trophies gives us Champions League qualification anyway. So
I get that, but Terry, again, when I was thinking that, it's just how are we missing the opportunity of going?
No, and I do get that. I do get that, but I would just rather. I have to stay consistent. Winning trophies is massively important. So the point is, if those 2 trophies were the FA Cup and League Cup, I'd say no because I also want Champions League football. So yeah, but in terms of the 2 options you presented me with from this point and this stage, that's what I would say. However, you know, I think we've got the possibility of coming 3rd and winning 2 trophies. I really do think we've got the possibilities and the players to be able to go and do that. So yeah, I'm excited about the end of this season. And what's amazing is that considering how we started the campaign, the next 4 weeks of Manchester United are just going to be absolutely brilliant. There's cup games, there's European games, and there's a run in to finish in the top 4 ahead of us. And what my hope is that we can get through this from a mentality point of view, like you've said, and then when we get through it from a mentality point of view, hopefully that galvanizes us and pushes us into next season, knowing that 1, we can win trophies, and 2, that we can get through those real tough, difficult moments. We've had Sana, who's now joined the line. Sana, who do you support and what do you want to say?
It's Sunny, Phil.
Oh, Sonny. How you doing, mate? You all right?
How you all right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you feeling as an Arsenal fan before you've dropped a few, rested a few players ahead of your FA Cup semi-final? What do you make of your starting lineup?
Well, I think it doesn't matter which team Arteta puts out. They'll perform more or less the same anyway. You know, Aubameyang's goals are everything to Arsenal, but it doesn't bring as much to a team as people think it does, apart from goals. So, you know, I'll be happy. I'll be happy once he's gone, and we find a striker who could bring other players into play, and goals get shared around the pitch. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I understand that. Are you confident of getting a result tonight?
You know, to be honest with you, I mean, anyone who comes to the Emirates, as an Arsenal fan, I expect Arsenal to give them a game. So I'm not gonna hold out the white flag or start making excuses for Arteta and the players. Every game Arsenal play, I expect them to win, whether it's realistic or not. So you know, I'm going into the game expecting Arsenal to win, and why shouldn't I as an Arsenal fan?
Mate, and I suppose what people would say is that because you're playing the best team in England, maybe even the best team in the world, it's a very difficult ask. A very difficult ask. That's really weird. I thought a penalty was about to be given to Bournemouth. The referee put the whistle to his mouth and then said no. Very strange. Referee. You know, sometimes you can tell by a referee's actions that they're a little bit rattled by what's been going on. But there we go.
Yeah, that happens when there's a crowd.
Oh, it's a proper dive. He should get booked. It's not a penalty. It's a really, really bad dive there by, I'm not sure who the player is. Oh, wow. That was it. I think it's the lad that's there from Liverpool. That was an awful dive. He weren't touched by the guy's foot was about a yard away from him and he still went down. Wow. Someone here says best team in the world. They're laughing. Well, I would say Liverpool have been over the last 2 years. Liverpool have certainly, in my opinion, been the best team in the world. There's no doubt about it. So it's going to be tough for you to get a result tonight. But the rotating of players might be a good thing because there's a bit of freshness. But also it gives all these players. If I was Arteta, I'd be saying, right, yeah, we've rested a few because they're playing in the FA Cup. But there's 2 or 3 places up for grab in that FA Cup semi-final. Play your hearts out tonight. Put a shift in, and maybe just maybe you'll get the chance to play.
You know, with no supporters and the atmosphere they're playing under, you know, I think it's a leveler for a lot of teams. So it's whoever's fit or who wants it more on the night. So yeah, anything can happen really.
Sonny, I've got a really quick question for you, if that's all right. Yeah. Since obviously this team's come out and you've seen a weakened Arsenal side against a very strong Liverpool side, and it's clear to see that Arteta's prioritising the City game, the FA Cup game. Where do you stand on that? Do you stand, let's push for the FA Cup or play for pride? Because if you do lose today, and I'm pretty sure if Burnley win, they go above you and you actually fall into mid-table. So where do you stand on that?
Well, I think the most thing they should be playing for is their futures anyway, really, because I don't think there's any player in the Arsenal, apart from Saka who just signed a contract and a couple of youngsters, there's no players in the Arsenal squad who are actually guaranteed a place next season. So they should be playing for their places, if anything. So they should be taking each game as they have to win.
Right.
You know, whether we're ninth or mid-table or 10th or 7th, you know, they haven't reached their objective. So ultimately, it's failure, isn't it?
So going for the FA Cup and even potentially getting a result against Man City would just be covering up the cracks.
Winning the FA Cup is going to be more difficult than beating Liverpool tonight. You know, they'll have to get past Manchester City. They'll have to get past the vibrant Manchester United. If you know, I just can't see Arsenal winning the FA Cup. I can see them winning the odd game, but I can't see them winning 2 games against the 2 informed teams in football.
Tottenham are also winning right now as well, and so are Wolverhampton Wanderers. I mean, Burnley are losing, so that probably helps a little bit. But Spurs winning again, so they're looking to pull themselves away from you. They have a 5-point gap over you at the end of the game if they see it through Newcastle. So there is that element as well. Because you've got to want to finish in the top half, though, of the league, haven't you? Like, it'd be shameful for Arsenal to finish any lower than 9th.
What difference it makes Chelsea if we finish in the top half or we don't finish in the top half?
Pride?
It's already been
Pride, you know, the Arsenal.
It's already been a shameful season, hasn't it? It's already been shameful. So whether they finish in the top half or not just don't make any difference at all, does it, really?
I get your point on that. I do want to ask you as well, though, without swearing, please, or anything mad. What do you make of the situation over at AFTV as someone that used to be a sort of a big contributor over there?
I think it's got to be very monitored what people actually saying and could get away with saying, because you know YouTube goes out to a very wide audience, and there's people every race, every religion, every sexual orientation, and you got to be held to task for what you say, and if you aren't, then I think the channel needs to take a long look at themselves.
So what do you think about the troop situation? Because
we've had a super chat here that says, "How can Claude indefinitely be suspended, but not Troops?"
That's well, it just goes to show that it depends who you are. I mean, why hasn't Babs got a little course to save himself from getting 3 points? If you're expendable, you get thrown out to lines, and if you got some value to them, you get a reprieve, you get a little course. What course can you take to make someone a better human being? And I think it's disgraceful, and I think the channel is a disgrace as well, because they're letting them get away with it, and basically then, if what Troop said about a black person, what he happened to say about a white person, would never have been forgiven. But you say it against a white person, and it don't make no difference at all, does it?
I mean, we've just had that situation with a different fan channel. I mean, Rand said the same thing about Ollie being white and getting the job. So it's pretty similar. I just wanted to get your view on it.
And that's got nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, has it? This has got nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It's got nothing to do. This has got nothing to do with someone getting beaten up by getting killed by police in America. This has got to do with Harry Kane getting a decision because he's white. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and the channel needs to take a good long hard look at themselves. And I'll say saying, Claude has just been showing up for who he is, because he's not a very nice person anyway. He lives off sympathy, and he's actually got a very horrible, nasty streak in him. And basically, that's been shown up. Claude Troop has got away with it because he's likable, But the channel as a whole is a disgrace.
Well, there we go. I mean, that's great football there by Foden. Sorry, he's a great bit of skill. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion in relation to that. I think it's a deeper conversation for another day in relation to that. I know some people are frustrated by what Troops has done. I suppose the way I look at it is this: what I want to be sure of when people are criticising Troops is that they're not just doing it because they feel sorry for Claude, or that people are not just going after Claude because they don't like him, or people are not just going after AFTV because they don't like the platform. I think there needs to be an area of consistency around it. But I do understand the points you're making there, Sonny, about the bigger you are, the more popular. We see football clubs do that, don't we? If a nobody player and a fringe player was to do a John Terry or a Luis Suarez, they'd sack them. But if it's one of your star players, there is an element of, well, we'll support them. And that's because in the cold light of day, like the business element of a football team or of a company kind of matter, I suppose. But sometimes the great thing about these things being highlighted, and by the way, I did think Robbie has made the absolute right decision in the indefinite suspension of Claude. It gives a channel an opportunity to... that's what I'm looking for here. It gives a channel opportunity to reflect on itself. I've seen loads of different videos, and reflect, and maybe actually, maybe we need to, because listen, everyone gets angry at times. Sometimes, I've watched videos sometimes on loads of fan channels and I've called it out, where it's not even something that you could look at from a bigoted or from a discrimination point of view. Just some of the times the way they talk about a football player, and I've been guilty of that myself. Some of the things I've said about managers and players in the past, I look back now and I think, how did that really add to the sort of the analyzing of the game again? What value did I add? I didn't. I was just letting anger come out, and maybe I also knew maybe consciously or subconsciously that the more aggressive I get, the more views I'll get, and it all becomes a little bit sort of narcissistic in that way. So I think there's loads of different elements that need to be looked at in terms of this, and no one, whether you're old or young, male or female, from England, from Jamaica, from Russia, Australia, or China, I think everybody will have elements of their lives that they've got to work on, and sometimes we don't know this until it smacks us in the face. So I think there's all those elements to look at in this, but so that's another conversation for another day. It really is. The word indefinite will haunt me for the rest of my days. Yes, true. Yeah, remember that indefinite doesn't mean forever. It basically means until we say so. So I do think we'll see.
When do you bring Claude back into the channel? I mean, next season or?
Well, I mean, look at it. I mean, for different reasons, but look at Jamie Carragher spitting in a girl's face. That was
was it next season they brought him back?
Yeah, it was. The courses did this, did that, apologise, and then I don't know. I can't answer all the questions. People are asking me like, why didn't Troops get this or why? I can't answer questions like that because I'm not Robbie.
Yeah,
but I don't know when. But it will be done when they find it's. You may never come back. They may find that it's suitable to bring him back, and a lot of the time it will come. It will be Robbie's decision at the end of the day when he feels comfortable in sort of doing that. But we will see. We will see. Score predictions. Score predictions tonight from the both of you.
I think Sonny's left. I'll go with that's the case. I see absolute battering coming from Liverpool, so I'm going 5-0 Liverpool.
5-0 Liverpool. Damn, that would legitimately be a battering. But there we go, mate. Appreciate you coming on. Speak to you soon. Take care.
Thank you, Terry.
Top man. There we go. Just to say, look, Sonny's entitled to his opinion. We don't do echo chambers here. What I will say is that I don't think AFTV are a disgrace of a channel. Really good. I'm not on great terms with everyone that contributes and works there. Some people I really dislike. But the platform shouldn't be shut down like I've seen suggestions of today. As I've already said, Claude should be given the opportunity to educate himself and come back a better person. And if he does that and Robbie and the other contributors are comfortable with it and the majority of the viewers are comfortable with it and they think that he can still add something, then I see absolutely no issue with that happening in the future if everything's been addressed. And I say that for one main reason. How you actually eradicate these issues is integration and education. Collectively, singularly, those two things help to alleviate all levels of discrimination. So, I think that's the most important element. It really, and by the way, listening to all of your feedback. Listening to all of your feedback would be massively important to all of them. We've got Samuel coming through now. Samuel, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say?
Hi, Terry. I just want to comment. I've got no expectations today for Arsenal.
None.
Listen. The only way you can be happy when you lose is just have no expectations. I've come to terms with it. As long as we have that cancer, which is known as Stan Kroenke, I don't see this club going anywhere. And Mikel Arteta has come out himself and has begged for investment from that fraud Stan Kroenke.
Say that again?
Arteta came out the other day asking for investment, which clearly shows that the Kroenkes don't care about Arsenal, and they're not willing to back Arteta, in my opinion.
That's funny. Did you see my little debate last night with the ghostwriter? And you've just echoed what I was saying, essentially, but just in a different guise. I feel like you're in a good position to motor on from here, but you're going to need investment. And it isn't just spending money. It's spending the right money, getting the right players. Arsenal have spent quite a bit of money in recent years, but the point I would make is that, Burnley, but I feel really Bournemouth are giving such a good account of themselves this second half. They've got an opportunity here. Square it. He does. Oh, they're going to score. Equalize. Oh, no. Hang on. Oh, blocked. Jesus, 6 minutes to go. It's mad. Relegation is mad. Teams, because City ain't playing for anything. This is crazy. I'm sorry, and I just changed subject, but they nearly scored there. They nearly got an equaliser, and this would be an unexpected point. No, goalkeeper will catch that easy. Or that'd be a foul. So I feel like Arsenal will buy players, but if you look over the last, say, 5-6 years, it's almost been like one big signing a year. What you kind of need this summer, and maybe it's the wrong time because of COVID, but I think you've got to do it. You need to sign 3 Pepes, and I'm not talking about right attacking wingers, probably one jumps on me. You've got to bring in 3 or 4 £50 million players. You need them to all come in at once. Otherwise, and spend time embedding them and then move forward. And the reason I say that is because Chelsea are about to do it. Man United done it last year. They're going to do it again this year. It took United 6 months to settle when we've moved on. City are going to buy 4 or 5 players this summer. Remember the transfer window opens in a few weeks and it's going to be open until the 5th of October. Do you get where I'm coming from? There is going to, all 3 of those clubs are going to spend big. Liverpool already the best. I actually can see Tottenham spending big. If you don't, you might grab a couple of bargains of good players. But when it comes down to crunch time, You're just never going to have a squad that has the capabilities in real terms of competing with the absolute big boys. So, no, I think you're right. Debate is legitimately needed.
Can I just
Debate
comment on
investment, sorry.
Yeah, can I just comment on one thing on AFTV theory? AFTV theory, am I allowed to?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm just disappointed. I've been watching AFTV since 2013, and Claude was the first interview I ever watched, and I'm just disappointed in AFTV, and I think as of now, I think Robbie should give up the channel to someone else. Give it to someone.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I believe. I just think his handling the situation has not been right. I want him to take time off. That's what I really want. Not him off the channel permanently. Just take most of the time off during the break. Just upload once a week for Robbie, because I think Robbie's come on a lot of fire, and I think Talksport are gonna mess his clout right now. They're gonna mess with him for the situation, and I can see Talksport right now. What's his name? The guy who attacked Robbie a couple months ago.
Simon something, yeah.
Yeah, Simon Jordan. They're rubbing his hands right now, and trust me.
Yeah, maybe not though, and I'll tell you why maybe not. I don't necessarily think you're going to see journalists come out and attack too much and be like, it's all got to go because one person's made a mistake, because it won't take long, and I haven't done the research to go through. Like, it's like saying if one person at the Telegraph, or let's say one presenter at TalkSport. By the way, TalkSport still use Alan Brazil, who said many, many things that in the modern day woke world are deemed as unacceptable. So, do you get where I'm coming from? And they're so they won't go for it. Otherwise, they'll set themselves up for failure if they go out saying that this isn't. And that's what happens a lot. You always get the people that virtue signal and go over the top with, oh, this should be banned, this should never happen again. But then someone that works for their company does it, and then they start defending it. So I don't think you'll see a massive, oh my God, they had another opportunity, it's gone over.
Arsenal released a statement saying that Kroen's not a season ticket holder for some reason.
Did they?
Yeah, I saw someone put up a statement saying that Kroen is not a season ticket holder at Arsenal, even though I've gone to games and I've always seen him there. So this is very strange.
I haven't seen that as an individual, but then again, I got a friend who goes. I've got a mate of mine, a good mate of mine, who's been to pretty much every single Man United game, home and away, for 5 years, but he doesn't have a season ticket. He actually uses his friends. His friend's got the season ticket. His friend doesn't go anymore, but his friend had it for like 20 years, so all the points are on there for away games, and he just uses it. So it could be that, and I was like, I don't know. I can't ever comment on those types of things because I don't know about them. But yeah, I don't know if Arsenal have actually come out and I doubt Arsenal have actually made a statement about it. I'm sure they haven't.
It could be misinformation. I need to double check. So anyway, I'm gonna say for tonight's game, I think Liverpool are gonna be hungry after the Burnley draw. So I'm just gonna go Liverpool. We're gonna score, but I'm gonna go Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1, with Bukayo Saka getting the goal and Salah and Firmino scoring. Because let's face, if you pull up Firmino's record against Arsenal, I think it's brilliant. I think 9 goals in 8 games, so I can totally see him scoring today because it's Arsenal and it's Firmino.
I hear that. We've got a super chat here from Beats, Box Dre Beats. He says another win for Tottenham, Terry. Another goal for Kane under Jose. Just saying, mate. Get elite opinions on. Yeah, he done well. He done well again tonight, Tottenham. But this is the thing right now, when Tottenham winning games, I'm taking it all with. He got 2 goals tonight, Harry Kane. I'm taking it all with a little bit of a pinch of salt, and I mean that with respect, in the sense of there's no pressure anymore. Like let's wait and see now. That all the teams, and if you look at the Premier League table as an example, everybody from Sheffield United down, like to about Palace, there's no pressure on those teams. They're all playing relaxed now, which is why you guys have there's half a chance for you tonight, because if you get where I'm coming from. So that's the end of the game for Burnley there. They lost. Not Burnley, Bournemouth. Really unlucky there in the end. But we'll see what happens, mate. I appreciate you coming on, having your say, mate. Chat to you soon. Take care. Thank you. If you want to call the show, great. If you want to get a super chat in, feel free to do that below. Penalty to Burnley. Oh, is there? I think it's on BBC One, isn't it? I need to move my Skybox though, because my Skybox Oh, hang on. Let's put this on. Is it really a penalty to Burnley? VAR are checking it. It's the last minute of the game. Decision handball was given. I'm going to turn this up. It's been given. It's a penalty. It is a penalty here to Burnley. They could equalise. They could equalise here. Woo, geez. I love this time of the season. And do you know what's... I wouldn't want this to happen again, but I quite like the season ending in the summer. It's warm. It's nice. Everyone's more relaxed. Penalty here. Burnley to grab a point. Wolves drop 2 more. Top 4 definitely over for Wolves if they drop points tonight. Burnley could put themselves in front of Arsenal. He steps up. Oh, what a penalty. Top corner. Arsenal are in 10th. Arsenal are in 10th position. 10th. Arsenal drop to 10th. 10th. Arsenal are number 10 in the league. Welcome to TD. Welcome to the show. There's another person on the show as well whose name I've just totally missed. It's Nunun. Nunun TD, welcome to the show. Arsenal just moving to 10th place because Burnley have equalised in the last minute. Jesus. How are you both?
Hey. Hi, Terry. Good to be on the show.
Appreciate it, bro. Who do you support?
Support Chelsea.
Chelsea fan. Okay, what do you want to say? What's on your mind?
I can see Tottenham is doing good. They won, so I guess they have Leicester next, no? So it's good for both of us.
Yes,
both
true.
like
Yeah. Find a little bit of form now. It's lovely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and what else can I talk about? And I think United will get top 4, but I don't think you guys will finish 3rd.
You reckon you'll finish in front of us?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do, because if you look at like how Wolves plays lately, they're not playing that well, and Liverpool as well. They got a draw against Burnley. I don't think they will care that much about the result. And if they do get a draw today or a loss against Arsenal, they will be completely not motivated because they already have the 100 points gone. So there's no need for them to play that well.
I do hear that. I do think that's a distinct possibility, which is why I prefer. I don't know. I don't want you. Yeah. Just let Arsenal win tonight so they can't get the 100 points, and then we'll see. Like, I'd like to finish 3rd. I just care about coming top 4 if I'm being absolutely honest. But I think Man United will win our remaining 3 games. I do think you'll drop points to Wolves in the last day of the season as well, though. But we'll see. TD's on the line as well. TD, you there? Or did TD drop off? He was on. He's still on there, but I can't hear him. How you doing, buddy? What do you make of we obviously know you're an Arsenal fan. What do you make of Arsenal's team tonight?
Well, there's a couple of points I would like to make. The first one being that it's still a 3-4-3, and Tierney's playing left centre back and Saka's playing left wing back, and Reece Nelson's on the left. So that's the first point I would like to make. Sorry.
Let's go back again. So it's still a 3-4-3. Who's playing as the third centre back?
Tierney.
And who's playing as the fullback? Saka.
And then Reece Nelson's on the left.
So what you're telling me is that my guy made me change my formation. Okay, cool. I'll move everyone around now. That's great. Yeah, go on. But tell me your thoughts on the game, though.
Okay, so thoughts on the Liverpool Arsenal game?
Yeah.
I think personally, I think that's as strong as we possibly get, considering we've got Man City on the weekend. And I think Arteta's going with that in mind in terms of playing some players that don't usually get game time, like obviously the likes of Reece Nelson, having Aubameyang on the bench, Tobias on the bench, Terrace playing. So he's shuffled it around because he's obviously trying to go for the FA Cup on the weekend. I just want to go back to the Chelsea point about them finishing above. I don't think it will happen. I think Man United are a clear shot to get top 3, personally, for me.
You shouldn't really worry about us, though, You should worry about staying in the league, eh?
Yeah, well, I don't really need to worry about that at the moment. I don't need to worry about it. It's, for me, like, we all know the issues with Arsenal. We've all seen it. We've all watched it. So, you can banner us all you want. It won't faze me in the slightest way form. But yeah, look, as I said, Man United's probably going to finish third because they've got a stronger side than Chelsea, better defensive structure, better midfield, and yeah, front three's on fire. And Terry's right. You probably will look through
Yeah,
what we
but
will
but
the
it's
last game.
but it's not fair because Chelsea didn't sold their best player. They're playing kids, and still they're like 9 points above Arsenal.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be talking smack if I was you, man. I wouldn't even get involved in the
I,
conversation for top
I,
four.
I'm not talking that. I'm just saying that the fact that Man United are better upwards curve than Chelsea are, and look at your defense. Defense is all over shop. You lost to West Ham through mistake. So, um,
TD, I'm not too sure where you are, but it's really noisy in the background.
oh, my apologies. Sorry.
Yeah, sounds like you're standing in the rain.
Sorry. Give us 1 sec.
There we go.
I don't agree with him at all.
I know you don't. But that's why we're here. No echo chambers. But there we go. Do me a favor, everyone who's tuning in. Please download Hot Mic right now if you want to watch this game in sync with your television. Promo code TFT, and the link to download it is inside the description below this stream on YouTube. Get yourselves across there. If Arsenal score first tonight, we will give away 2 free football shirts of your choice. You can pick one in the size you want, and we'll get it packaged out and sent to you. We've already given away 6 football shirts this week, but you have to download Hot Mic right about now to get that done. That's if Arsenal score first. We are going to give that away. It'd be amazing if you can go over there and follow us now. The promo code, as I say, just down there in that bottom corner there. Go get it downloaded and crack on from there. In terms of Chelsea, though, as well, I want to ask you, because I may not speak to you again, how do you think you're going to fare against Man United on Sunday?
To be honest with you, I am one of the few people that actually was about to scrap the season off because I'm not a very big youth fan, because I think Hadoy is extremely overrated. So that I agree with you. I think Tammy is one of the most overrated strikers we had at Chelsea, but because he's from the youth, he can do basically what he wants. And those fans that think that Werner is gonna come for 60 million to play left wing to a youth academy product are delusional. They're extremely delusional. Frank wouldn't have went all the way to Germany to get Werner to sign, just so he can improve Tammy. That's delusional.
It's mad. I'm so whenever I hear Chelsea fans admit that, it is crazy logic. Do you know what I mean? It's like going right. It's going to sign one of the best strikers in the world and play him in the wrong position. Yeah.
So Tammy can develop. They think this is Southampton, but this is Chelsea. Let's be real. It's all about the trophies, and Chelsea hates seeing Liverpool up there. So I agree with you. That's one of the reasons I started watching your channel, is because you have all these Chelsea fans who think Chelsea is going to be a multi-billion pound youth academy, and it's not going to happen, Terry. We know that. And as far as the United match goes, I think United are favorites. I'm not gonna deny that because I don't wear my blue tinted glasses,
Mm-hmm.
But I think Chelsea can do something if they actually play with Kovacic. If they play Kovacic, and if they have Conte, I think United will have a horrible, like a difficult match. But if they're going to have that same thing where he's gonna try Tammy again and do all that stuff. I love Lampard. Lampard is like my idol. He's the reason I support Chelsea since I was a kid. But this youth disease, this plague, it has to finish. And hopefully next season it will. Because I don't like being third. I don't like being third. I don't like being third. I want to be first.
Did you just call your academy a plague?
In a point it is. Because every kid that we have now is all of a sudden he's superstar. Greenwood is better than Hodoy, and I am, like I told you, I'm not a Chelsea little fanboy, and I think that Hodoy has been extremely overrated. And if it was in any other situation, he would have been sold. Let's be honest.
Where I agree with you, and I love the fact you've called it a plague, and I understand what you mean by that. I think what happened.
I don't want mediocrity, kid.
No, I get that. You don't want mediocrity. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think what happens is, I think what can happen at times is, I think a lot of Chelsea fans are like, they're desperate. It's just the one thing since Roman's come in that Chelsea fans don't have. They don't have, because John Terry was already on his way through, as an example, they don't have this conveyor belt of youngsters, and it's something that Man United have famed for. You know, Liverpool have had academy players come through regularly in the Premier League era, and Chelsea just haven't had that. And I think it's something they're desperate for. And I just think they're so desperate for it, they can't see the wood for the trees. And Hudson-Odoi, very talented. Hudson-Odoi and Mount and Reece James, all these boys are super talented.
Yep.
But my view,
They are talented.
but my opinion
I don't
won't
agree.
change on it until
Yeah.
I see a change. I don't have any faith. You know, if I'm taking an example, if Reece James goes for a 12-month period where he's struggling,
He's good.
yeah, he's very good. But if he goes for a 12-month period where he's struggling, which happens,
But they're not starters.
yeah,
My
but,
point is
but
not
let me
starters.
finish my
We're
point.
trying to force
Let
them
me
to
finish my point.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Reece
go ahead.
James, who's your best youngster, if he goes for a 12-month period where he's quite inconsistent, I honestly think Chelsea just move on to somebody else. I don't think they're willing to go. It might take 3 or 4 years for one or two of these players to become the stars they want to be. We've added Monstar CFC to the call. What do you want to say, mate?
I want to get at the guy that was just talking. I just want to ask, are you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, I am a Chelsea fan.
When you getting at Hudson-Odoi and you're calling him overrated or whatever, yeah. Let's be honest,
He
yeah.
is. He's a good player, but he's not a world-class player. He's not a world-class player.
Obviously, he's not a world-class player. He's only what, 19 years old. What is this? This is probably his first full season.
How old is Greenwood? This
Hold
is the
on.
second season.
But you're not taking context into it, because at the end of the day, he just came off an Achilles injury. If you know what an Achilles injury is, that's a career-ending injury, and he's just coming back from that. Do you know what I mean? Plus, obviously, you could say, yeah, he has a few attitude problems, getting into trouble, this and that. So there's distractions off the pitch. But calling him overrated, come on, man. Come on, you're going too far.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying, like, we rate him over than what he actually is. We overrate him as a Chelsea club. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He is a good player, but he's not that world-class generational talent that we make him.
No one's saying he's
No, mate, Monster. People did, bro. Bro, we had people call this show and say, no, bro. We had people phone this show a year ago and literally say, more than a year ago, he is legitimately this generation's Wayne Rooney.
What? Pulisic is better than him. Pulisic is better than him, and so many fans say that Pulisic is going to block his blah blah blah. He's going to block his process, but Pulisic was doing better than him, and he didn't get that youth academy product, but he's doing bits for Chelsea. Yeah, and I'm one of his biggest. I thought that Pulisic is not going to do well, but he did really well. He just came and slots in.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think he will still come good. I just say give him, you know, a couple more seasons, and we'll see. Obviously, I don't like to, you know, say academy young players are this and that and blah blah.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them.
No.
I rate Reece a lot. I rate Reece I think Reece is going to be a super right winger. You know, I think he's going to be a very good player. But Odoi, since he been here, he just asked for new contracts, and he scores one Premier League since he started 2 years ago. And when is it gonna be enough? Like, we offered this guy a big contract, and he has attitude problems. You know, the thing with the rape allegation, that's fine. It could happen to any of us. You know, I don't blame him for it. But why did he put himself in that situation? You know, you're playing for a big club. You know,
he's young,
and that's,
man, you know.
I understand that he's young, but you're already not having a good season. You're going through injury. You know, and then you put yourself. You're the one who put yourself into that situation. You know.
Well,
I don't know, man. I just don't feel like we can judge him based off that, man. He's young, you know. All football. Wayne Rooney had his allegations. David Beckham had his allegations. You know what I mean? It's just
the difference is though. The difference is with those two players is that from day dot they were performing. You know, and I what I say about Hudson-Odoi, I think Hudson-Odoi is very talented. I do too. I push back on the talk of this generation's Rooney, but he's very talented. But my point still remains that I don't. If in the next 12 months if he's still at this level in 12 months' time in terms of outputs, Chelsea will move on from him.
Yeah, you're right. But he's barely played though. Because he's you know coming off injuries. I just say give him another season. I think he will come good. Obviously coming off the bench, and he will prove him. So I'm not saying he's going to be this or that. Like, I would rather wait and see rather than just say it and then have an egg on my face for saying whatever. But I say just give him some time, man.
What do you think about the Werner thing? Do you think Werner will be a left winger apparently?
Werner's starting. Tammy's dropping to the bench.
I know. I agree with you. Tammy has let us down the last few months.
Yeah.
And then people can say that he's young, but we you know, as Chelsea, we have goals. We have goals that we have to reach. You know, the youth can be like under that. I still think we need to develop youth. People are misunderstanding me, but I don't think that they should be starting. For example, if you have a really important match uh, against Sheffield, we needed Kovacic for that.
No, but Kovacic
For
wasn't
that
fully
depth,
fit.
you know.
He
He
wasn't
was
fully
fit.
fit.
He could have. He was on the bench. He could have came on, and instead,
Yeah.
who did he play? Yeah,
Jorginho.
that's all I'm saying. People are misunderstand, thinking that I don't support the youth. I do. I just don't think that they're a starter, and we shouldn't base our future based on them. Like people want Ampadu to come back to replace Jorginho. That's just gonna make us decline and stay where we are.
No, we do. We have to be honest here. As much as what you're saying with the youth is completely true, but we have to be honest when we say Jorginho needs to be replaced. He's not fit enough for the Premier League.
I don't disagree with you. I
Yeah.
like Jorginho, but as far as his limitations are, he has a lot of limitations.
Yeah.
But saying that, like, if you, I don't know if you're familiar with Alex Goldberg, Terry.
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah, but he was saying that he should come and Ampadu should replace Jorginho, and then who else? Rice should play a center back. Come on, guys, this is Chelsea. We're not here to make
No. But
some scientific, you know.
Let me tell you where there's certain elements to that I kind of agree with. I would buy Declan Rice as a holding midfielder stroke centre back if we need one, and also by Ampadu as a holding mid rotational player. So not to start, but as a rotation. Declan Rice should be our starting holding midfielder next season. That's what I would ask for personally.
I don't agree with
There we go. Gentlemen, listen, the game's about to kick off. It's been a really good chat. Lots of Chelsea fans calling you out, saying you're a fake Chelsea fan. But I say this is the difference. No, and you're not a fake Chelsea fan.
I don't care.
And I know you don't care. I can tell by your attitude. And do you know what? I respect fans like you because, you know, you mentioned Alex and there's other Chelsea YouTubers I watch.
I don't have blue tinted glasses.
No, but Alex is really good at what he does. But I watch I subscribe to a few other Chelsea channels, and it's nauseating because no matter how good or bad the performance or the result, everything's just positive. And by the way, I don't like people that are.
That's my point.
I don't like people that are just toxic and nasty all the time. But equally, it's not all sunshine and rainbows either. So it's refreshing to hear someone be as honest and as frank as you. Listen, boys, I appreciate you all coming on, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care.
Take care, man.
Cheers, boys. Thank you. Teams coming in at Liverpool getting their guard of honour. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain getting his guard of honour. Getting his guard of honour at the Emirates. Oh, how does that make them feel? How does that make them Arsenal players feel? I really do wonder. There's a comment here saying he's talking sense. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but at least he has a difference in opinion. Yes, and that's it. I agree with a lot of what he said there. I really, really do. But we got the big game now. Stro, thank you for your super chat. I really do appreciate it. But I agree. Chelsea have got some really talented youngsters, but the only way to get them all to the top is to actually give them game time and to actually play them and play through the bad moments and play through the bad periods where they're... I'll give you an example. I look at Dele Alli like that. Dele Alli right now has gone through a good 18 months of being really mediocre. But that's when you stick with him, because he'll come out the other end of it if somebody sticks with him. But only proper teams will do that. If you're not renowned for developing youth, you're never going to stick through it. You know, and equally, some of these Chelsea players will look better when they're eventually surrounded by better quality stars as well. But do me a big favour, everyone. We're obviously covering Arsenal, Liverpool now. Hit that like button for me right now. All of you hit that button. Please share this on your social media platforms and get Hot Mic downloaded. It's the best place for watch-alongs. And everyone who downloads it tonight, or if you're an existing user, go over there now and leave a comment by downloading with promo code TFT. Follow the Football Terrace. Leave a comment on this stream over there. And if Arsenal score first, we'll be giving away 2 football shirts of your... Well, one. There'll be 2 winners. So a football shirt each of your choice. Football shirt of your choice. Ox has been decent when he has played. He's just injury prone. Yeah, we know that. We do know that. But as you say, he's just he's beyond injury prone, in my opinion. It's like the like Oxlade. Is it like 2 cruciates? It's amazing actually that he's still able to perform at the level he does after the severity and regularity of injuries that he suffered with. But here we go. Here we go. A lot of people. What's your score predictions, people? A lot of people predicting a heavy Liverpool victory. Am I disappointed that Man United didn't go into third place? Well, of course I am, because that means we didn't win. So I'm always disappointed, but we'll live to fight another day. We'll live to fight another day. Gaming Engine thinks it'll be 5-0 to Arsenal. Come on, bro. Even Ty doesn't think that. Hello, Solomon T. Hope you're good. Julian, Elite, WJ. Hope you're good over there on Hot Mic. Appreciate you all getting involved. Game is about to kick off here. And here we go. Game's off. Game's off and running. Big game today. It's mad, really. Normally when Arsenal play Liverpool, there's like something riding on it. There's something riding on it. Liverpool fans are already moaning about Martin Tyler. It's brilliant. They're like, he can't be bothered already. And I'm like, yeah. I love how rattled he makes them. See, if I was Martin Tyler, I would purposely come across as lethargic for the games now, just to feed into the narrative. I'm genuinely serious. That's what I would do if I was one of them. If I was a commentator and people were saying that to me, 110%, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to troll them and show no enthusiasm at all. Just to see just to gauge the reaction mainly. And here we go. I haven't really put a score prediction in yet. A few of you were asking me. I'm going to go with 3-1 to Liverpool. Although I hope, that's what my head's saying. My heart is praying for a nice little 2-0 Arsenal win. And then Centurions done. Over. Finished. Can't see it, though. Because that's what I want to happen. And often in these situations, what you want to happen doesn't come to fruition. Salah's going to bang in a brace. Salah's banging in a brace today. I know it. Just know it. 110%. How do you win a shirt? Download Hot Mic. All the information is inside the description now. This the app. It's free of charge, no adverts. Download it with my promo code TFT and then come follow me over there at the Football Terrace and then just leave a comment on the stream that's going on over there right now. Any shirt you want. Doesn't matter if it's not an Arsenal or Liverpool one. Whatever shirt you want, get it done. Here you go, Liverpool. Here's Firmino. Pass played out here to the left. It's Robertson who's come forward. He crosses. Oh, nearly falls to Mo Salah straight away. Here's Lacquer on the ball. Nelson. So another big night, though, for Pepe tonight, I feel. Pepe's starting, isn't he? Yeah. Big night for him tonight. Really big night for him tonight. You know, when you come with a £72 million price tag, you have to be seen to improve in your team. And it isn't just about the individual stats. It's about how you elevate your side. You know, in the same way that we saw Van Dijk elevate Liverpool, the same way that we've seen, we've seen Pulisic come in this year, and once he's settled, like, elevate Chelsea. You know, we've seen Maguire elevate Man United. These things are so important, so important to teams. And that's what he hasn't done. He's got some assists and he scored some goals, but what else aside from that? Zane in the house says, Terry, will you get clawed on in the future after Robbie let him go? Me and Adam were talking about that. Adam Charles wants to get him onto the Arsenal podcast, have a conversation with it about it all. It'll be up to Claude if he wants to come on and discuss the situation. But we would look to have a conversation with him, yes, Zane. We would look to get him on and have a conversation with him. But primarily about what's gone on, what's he going to do, just to understand from his point of view. That's what we would look to do at this point, if anything. Neither Ceballos or Keita are starting. Listen, I don't know why everyone gets gassed about Naby Keita. Naby Keita is second string at Liverpool. He's a squad player at Liverpool now. He's not first teamer when everybody's fit. Like, there's not a shoot. Oh, I should have played him. Should have played him Pepe there. Here's Saka. He's got Pepe in front of him. Pepe's now got the ball. What can he do here? Inside to Lacazette. Nice touch from him. Saka now on the left. He crosses. It's going to be a... Oh, just about... No, it didn't. It went out. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal very early on in this game. Very early on in this game. Corner ball back to come in here. It's going to be whipped in. Be a nice time for Arsenal to score. A nice early goal would be good. It's taken short. Short corners against Liverpool are suicidal. You know that, right? It's done worked out. Well, Cedric, though, gets it back across. Oh, Cedric. Liverpool are one. I actually sat there last night watching corners that Liverpool have conceded. Like, when you take a short corner, they get out so quickly. Like, I think all season they've only conceded from one corner, Liverpool. So, and doing them short is just not the way. Or Ox gives it away here. Torreira's coming forward. Oh, he's got to go all the way back to his defenders, though. Took the easy option there. Took the easy option. Fred is second teamer too. Yeah, Fred is. No doubt Fred is. 100% Fred's second teamer, like squad player. No doubt. Like him and Scotty Mac were playing a lot before Bruno was signed and when Pogba was out injured. They're gone now. The Oxford saw a screamer in the 92nd minute. Can you imagine? Harry Doherty, the answer is yes to your question. The answer is yes. Arsenal started off quite aggressively in this game. Oh, it's really bad pass there by Fabinho. It's gone out for an Arsenal throw. Tierney's up to take it. Goes back here to Xhaka. Xhaka to Tierney. It's given away again. This time by Firmino. Terrace picks it up. It's nice football by Tierney. But he then plays the ball through the middle. It's far too well over here. Goes through to Alisson. Liverpool now come out from the back. Van Dijk in possession. Trent has a nice ball down the channel for the Ox to chase. The Ox gets there. Looks like it's going to be a Liverpool throw very high up on the right-hand side. Very deep in the Arsenal half. Trent's now going to go up and take this. Thrown early. Firmino, he picks it up in the box. Tierney clears it. Corner here to Liverpool. Nearly 9 minutes on the clock. It's been a nice, comfortable start from Arsenal, though. What I have seen from Arsenal quite a bit in games against Liverpool and City in the last few years, or it feels like quite a bit, is conceding those early goals. That hasn't happened, at least. At least that hasn't happened. Early corner taken here. Trent's going to cross. He does. It's a deep cross. It should be cleared. It's very well cleared there by Cedric. Oh, Joe Gomez nearly caught out, but he does well. Joe Gomez very comfortable. Should be one of England's number one centre-backs alongside Maguire. Another Trent cross. Firmino. Firmino's header went backwards. It's Van Dijk here on the ball. What was Firmino's header all about? Firmino dinks it over the top. It's going to be too much on it. It's going to be an Arsenal goal kick. Oh, Arsenal give it away. Trent picks it up. He's got it to the Ox. Back to Trent now. Now back to Gomez. Silly from Arsenal. They've had quite a bit of the possession yet in 10 minutes, sort of 57% of it. But was that just like an early kind of onslaught? They need to try and maintain that, really. And try and keep hold of the ball as best they can. That's what the interesting, where you really, it's even for the younger Arsenal fans, you may not notice it. Arsenal were always the team, up until about 2013, 2014. Arsenal were always the team in the Premier League that dominated the ball. They dominated the territories. Oh, excuse me. Even up against the best Man United teams, you tended to dominate the ball against us. But Arsenal these days, it's a foul. There's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area. Silly foul given there by Holding. Left. Robertson crosses. It's well taken there by Martinez. Martinez, I would just say, from an Arsenal point of view, he has been excellent, absolutely excellent since coming in for Leno. Oh my God, though. He clears it. Firmino gets a foot on it. It nearly goes in. He nearly did a bit of a carry us there. Oh my word. Literally just praise Martinez and then he goes and does that. Wow, watch. Oh, it's so... Hit the post. Hit the post. My word. Oh. My word. That was... Commentator's curse, bruv. Commentator's curse. David Luiz on the ball. Last 5-6 minutes or so, though, Liverpool just starting to turn that screw a little bit. The press is on. Arsenal cannot play out. That there from Tierney was absolutely dog. Dog. Pure dog. Oh, it's lovely from Mane. It was foul, but he still comes away with it. Plays it inside here to Firmino. I I don't know what Firmino was trying there. That was poor. David Luiz has it. But look, no real passing options. Saka, literally within 2 passes at the moment, Arsenal losing the ball nearly every single time. They're going to get punished very, very soon if they continue to play that poorly. Awful. To be blunt, but that's awful from Arsenal. They're just showing it there. 15 minutes in, less than 7% of the ball has been in Liverpool's final third. Jeez. Hashtag battered. Battered. Gonna get battered. Oh, bit of an altercation here. I love reading some of your comments here. Aqua Arsenal fans think Tierney is better than Robertson. What does Aqua Arsenal fans mean? Does that mean something? Or is that a person in here called Aqua? It's been dinked in. Can Arsenal now come out and counter? Lacazette. Oh, Lacazette loses it on the edge of the box. Look at him twerking away. Lacazette, you clown. He ends up getting fouled in the end, but that's all created by dilly-dallying on the ball. Poor from Lacazette. Literally right now, Arsenal cannot string a pass together. Cannot string a pass together. At all. So poor. So it really is poor. Ball's on long here. Nelson's offside. Oh, I'm not even an Arsenal fan and I'm getting annoyed. Dead from Arsenal so far. Has Pepe even touched the ball today? I think he's touched it once. I think Pepe has touched the ball once. 3 times. Jesus. So all Arsenal have got so far is long balls. And that goes long. Doesn't come off. Here's Saka on the ball. Oh, what is that from Tierney? This is awful. Awful. Can't even tell you how bad it is. Without sounding like I'm taking a mick. That's my son. I need to get his tattoo finished when the tattoo place back reopens, to be fair. Liverpool coming forward. It's Genie on the ball. Plays it inside to Mane. Lovely little dink to Genie. Robertson now in possession. The triangles are nice. Just going to switch the play now. Ooh, Liverpool give the ball away. Xhaka wins it back. Arsenal have actually put 2 passes together. Martinez goes long. Nice, well held by Pepe. What can he do? It's a good bit of skill, but he loses it. Let's count. Every time Arsenal get possession, let's count how long they have the ball for. That's what I'm going to do. Every time they get it, I'm just going to count how many seconds each time. I'm going to do it 5 times on the bounce, and we see. I reckon they'll keep it for for the next 10 times they win possession back, only twice will they have it for more than 10 seconds. And it doesn't count if a goalie's standing there with his hands for 6 seconds. I'm talking outfield players on the ball here. They just have no outlet. They have no movement. They have just nothing so far against this Liverpool team. They actually need to, what it is right now, Arsenal need to be braver right now. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lost the ball. 5 seconds that time. Here goes Firmino. Robertson. Mane, goal, 1-0. There we go. And that came from giving the ball back after just 5 seconds. You see what I said about that? They won't hold on to the ball? That's always going to be the case. Always going to be the case. Arsenal can't hold a baby, mate. They can't hold nothing. It's a madness. It's all, they just keep doing it time and time again. That's why I said we're going to sit here and count. 10-second FC, mate. Poor, mate. It's a madness. Legitimately. You know what's mad about it? It's like Arsenal Football Club can't hold on to the ball anymore. It's a madness. Here's Nelson. Nelson's in here. Shoot. He squares it. Oh, what a bottle job. What a bottle job Nelson is. He squared it when he should have been putting his laces through it into the far bottom corner. They had a chance there. They caught Liverpool out and they bottled it. But here comes Mane. Goes on the inside. He shoots. Oh, nearly creeps in past Martinez. Arsenal, man. Look, got the ball back here. Let's count again. So 1 second. 2 seconds. Oh, they lost the ball after 2 seconds. It was Xhaka this time in front of his own goal. 10-second FC, bruv. They can't reach 10 seconds in possession. Shocking. Shocking. Oxlade-Chamberlain here. Corner here to Liverpool. 10-second FC, bruv. Gonna call them proper 10. Nelson is never ever going to be good enough for Arsenal. Sell him. Absolutely sell him. He's pants. Pure pants. It's cross. Van Dijk's up. It's on target. It's well held by Martinez. So we're not counting the seconds from this. Count how long they held the ball for once it touches an outfield player. So go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they lose the ball. 10-second FC. 10-second FC. 10-second FC. They can't hold on to the ball for more than 10 seconds. 4 times now we've done it, and we've actually counted. And they were doing it before that, but we've counted 4 times. Dirt football, bruv. Dirt football. Here goes Mane. Look at him. Look at Holding just backing off. He plays it into Firmino. Firmino, oh, Mane's going to be free if he crosses right. Well defended by David Luiz. Another corner to Liverpool Football Club. Another corner to Liverpool Football Club. Oh, this is becoming an absolute lubrication. This is a lubrication. Arsenal are being lubricated here. Right, ball's whipped in. Oh, it's well defended by David Luiz. Gets his head to it. It's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a drinks break. Ah, it's shocking. I don't even want to be rude, but it's terrible. I was going to go and shut this door in my office. It's getting cold. There we go. But yeah, I'm just going to sit back now and watch Arsenal get absolutely beat down. Beat down. Yeah, I get the Gnabry was bad before he left, but Nelson ain't showing any. Like, Nelson and Willock, I don't remember that one game this year where you can go out. Like, Gnabry still had moments. Does that make sense? Like, if you look at, for instance, if you look at Chelsea, look at Billy Gilmore, even when you look at like Mount and Tammy, at least these guys have done something this season. There's been games where they've been the decisive player. They've been heavily involved. They've been influential in their team winning games. Willock and Nelson, I watch a lot of AFTV content. I watch a lot of Guna Talk TV. I chat with Adam, of course, all the time. Their names are never, ever, 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 ever mentioned. Never mentioned. Never mentioned. Ever. Dead. Absolutely dead. All right, let's get back to counting. Next time I actually touch the ball. I swear Liverpool must have had about 80% of the ball, you know. Oh, not that much, actually. Just 60%, but it feels more. No, yes, it is, yes. It's 59, 57. I read pass completion. Arsenal's pass completion is at 71. I repeat, 71%. Tierney's having a nightmare at 44%. Shocker of a game he's having. Firmino. Oh, he nearly gets through to Robertson. Oxlade-Chamberlain here. Got Trent up with him. Trent outside the foot. Oh, cross. It was a really good cross just in front of Mo Salah. Still 1-0. Still 1-0. This is just boring. Because Arsenal ain't making it a game. There we go. Right. We'll have another little count in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. But Arsenal have actually just got to get the ball back first. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost the ball. They haven't held it in the last. We've only been counting it, so I can't say before that. But since we've been counting, they haven't held the ball for more than 10 seconds once. In fact, they haven't gone above 5 seconds once in the last 10 minutes of the game. All right, there we go. I'm sorry I'm laughing at Arsenal, but I can't help it. All right, 1, 2. 2 seconds! All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, 4. Honestly. Watching Arsenal try and keep hold of the ball. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Oh. It's madness. Did I count to 8 once? I apologize. I've done it once then. But still, it's still funny. But that ain't nothing to shout about. Like, it's a madness. 2, 3, 4, 5. They got a 5, and it's like, no. It's like they hear me say 5 and they bottle it. They're rattled, bruv. Rattled. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. Here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he got tackled. All right, we're back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's offside. Lacazette's offside. It was 5 again. I couldn't believe it. Pepe gets a 5 and Fabinho gets a tackle in. We get the 5 again and Laca's offside. He's well offside, by the way. This is funny. By the way, my limit was 10 seconds. I set them. These guys are not even getting to 5 seconds with the ball. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Oh, Van Dijk mistake! Lacazette! Ah, Van Dijk messed up! Van Dijk messed up! Oi! Van Dijk acted like... Well, I didn't see Harry Maguire make that mistake this season, bro. Ah, that's even better. That's even better than Arsenal's 5-second job. Van Dijk! Oh, Van Dijk! Oh, Van Dijk! Oh, Van Dijk! Oh, Van Dijk, I love you! Oh! Oh, wow. Arsenal can't keep hold of the ball for more than 5 seconds and they just got an equaliser. Fair play. Oh! Oh! It's Van Dijk! Yeah, he's got an error leading to a goal now. Oh! Oh! Arsenal coming forward again here. They're up to 4 seconds here. 5, past 5, 6, 7, 8. Still haven't gone past 10. Arsenal haven't had the ball for more than 10 seconds in nearly 20 minutes of this game now. But they scored a goal. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I know it's a dead rubber for Liverpool, but it made me laugh. That's a foul. Not given. Here's Genie. Game on. Play on, I think. Oh. This is amazing. This is amazing. Oh. 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 Oh, wow. Oh. Here goes Pepe up against Gomez. Oh no, Pepe getting past him. One mistake, chill out, was a foul anyway. I know it's just one mistake. And if you're rattled by me laughing at one mistake, that's the point. You just meant to know it's one mistake. It don't matter. But it's just brilliant. Like, it's genuinely brilliant. Oh, made me laugh. Made me laugh. Oh. 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 That really made me laugh. Oh. Sorry, guys. We'll be back with you in a second. I'm just doing one little thing. Shit. Anyway, right. There we go. Zane here with a super chat. Just an emoji, just a sticker celebrating. Cheers, my bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate another super chat here from Soso. Says best football content on YouTube. Thanks, brother. I appreciate the compliment. I really do. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Oh, Zane, you madman. Appreciate the donation. Elite here says Van Dijk with that lack awareness. Bro, I'm actually stealing that, and I'm literally stealing that and putting it on Twitter right now. Literally putting that on Twitter right now. That's a real good tweet. I'm gonna credit you though, bruv, because that's how we do here. We don't do the thieving. We don't do stealing. We're not like the other people out there that nick other people's comedy. Sound like Ricky Gervais saying that. Jeez. There we go. It's so funny. I love how they're triggered by it. Oh, back pass there again by Maguire. But thank you, Zane, for that super chat, bro. It means a lot. And everybody else that's donated to the channel this evening. Thank you so, so much. It means a great deal to us, as always. I'm done with Pepe. He's useless. Yeah. By the way, Pepe has been absolutely shocking in this first half. Absolutely shocking. He really, really has. Absolutely shocking. Lack of awareness. I like that. Terry, you can see the game in your YouTube plaque. Yeah, just the top of it. It's fine. There's no issues with that. Is Pepe the Ivorian Pepe? It's a good question. This is clearly bad, Terry. You should want Liverpool to win so that they will try and beat Chelsea. No. I'm more interested in Liverpool not getting 100 points. Because Man United is still in... We've got our own destiny in our own hands. If we win our remaining games, we qualify. So I'm not worried about that. That isn't my concern. My concern is I don't want Liverpool getting 100 points. And I'm absolutely right. Oh, look, they give it away again there. 10-second club. Here's Mo Salah. Oh, his shot just goes wide. Mate, they can't have this ball. Still. No more than 10 seconds. Still no more than 10 seconds in possession, you know. No, you won't get a copyright for that little reflection because you can't see anything. You only know it's that game because you're watching me watch the game. Does that make sense? But there we go. Mo Salah could have done, but it was good defending in the end by Tierney there. Good defending in the end. Oh! Oh, they've conceded again! Liverpool! Oh, Nelson as well, who's been awful. Oh, Liverpool! You're falling apart at the seams. The end is your champions now, but it ain't going to last long. Oh. Oh. Another calamity. Ah, lack of awareness. Lack of awareness. Oh, lack of awareness strikes again. Wow. I ain't never seen Liverpool play this badly, man. I literally don't know where this has come from. They were dominating this game. Arsenal couldn't keep the ball, and they still haven't kept the ball for more than 10 seconds since the 8th minute. Hasn't happened. But yet they're losing. I can't believe it. Like, I genuinely cannot believe what I am seeing. It's the worst Arsenal performance of the season, and they're winning. Oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain just shot there. This is a madness. Ah, it's brilliant. Oh, my word. My word. Oh, wow. 2 mistakes as well. Ah. It's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home. Thanks, Saka here. Saka shoots. They're giving us offside. Wow, what a turnaround. What a turnaround. Can't believe what I'm witnessing here. Like, genuinely cannot believe what I'm witnessing. Could Liverpool conceivably lose again? Could they conceivably lose again here? Like, if we look at this season, and I mean, if you respect, right? This will be their 3rd loss. This will be their 3rd loss. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's like this last run of this run of games they're on now. So many draws, so many defeats since March. You know? Scrape past Norwich, scrape past Shrewsbury, and then this could be their 6th loss in the last, like, 15 games. They're not, I don't know. Maybe they can say they're at the beach. They might say that. They might claim that. But it's a good sign for next season for everybody else, you know. It's a good sign. And I said it before, I said it again. Liverpool do not want to have their last 3 games of the season and go out with a whimper. I really don't think they do. Because, you know, I say winning is a habit. And I don't... Can you just switch it on and off like that? They've got to, I still think they might win today, by the way, Liverpool. But they need to. They need to. Matt here says, what's up, Terry? Any winner for the Werner jersey? Yeah, we picked the winners the other day. If you've not had a message from us, we just send you a direct message, bro. That's what we do. You Unlucky says, greatest team ever. Ha, 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 ha. Wow. Yo, Brian, what you saying, bro?
Look, here's my thing right now, right? If rival fans criticized their own players the way that they like to criticize players like David De Gea, I think these conversations about best insert position here player would be a lot different. I don't care how clear you are and how long you've had the championship wrapped up. Those mistakes are indicative of a person's game, and they will continue to show up going forward. Like Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, regardless of the fact they're going to lift the trophy when all this is said and done, have to look at themselves long and hard because they had absolutely no reason. They shouldn't be down. Shouldn't be down. Shouldn't be down.
Yeah, I mean, winning is a habit. Winning is not something that, it's a habit that you get into. And I think, I've been talking about this for a few weeks now, and I've kind of been talking about it flippantly. I was kind of joking at the beginning. But I honestly feel like I'm seeing Zane, you're a madman. Sorry. Elite KJ here says Liverpool defending their goal like Ram defending Liverpool. But Zane here with £100 super chat just says, ladies and gentlemen, the Arteta revolution has started. Bro, thank you for the donation. That's amazing. Thank you very much, my bro. And maybe that's what we're seeing. Maybe that's what we're seeing, bro. But yeah, I think winning is a habit. And Liverpool, since the international break, have not been in the habit of winning, and very rarely have won convincingly. The only convincing victory I feel like they've had in that time was against Crystal Palace when they won 4-0. The other games, when you watch it, and I get now, between like the City game till now, they can say we're on a beach. We didn't need to win. And I understand that. But I do get the sense when I'm on social media listening to Liverpool fans, they're happy with where they are. But no Liverpool fan is happy with, you might still win this game, Liverpool. You guys might still win this game. However, this could be your 6th defeat. You're since that defeat against Atletico Madrid where you lost 1-0, you've got like a 40% win ratio. That isn't a healthy way to end the season, especially if you're not going to sign anyone. Honestly, if I'm a Liverpool fan now, I'm genuinely starting to feel worried about next year.
Yeah, and when you look at the way that they've been performing, just the lack of they've just not had as much dominance lately. It makes sense why Liverpool fans, I think, would be kind of grieving the losses of some of these deals that have slipped through their fingers. You know what I mean? Because it's clear that they need some more depth. They need some more depth out there. And I mean, could we be being a little harsh? Just considering the circumstances in which a lot of these games are being played, like so close together.
Yeah, mate, you could.
Climate and things like that.
Yeah, the weather, the climate, the fact that they've already won the league, so there's a lack of competitiveness. You've also got the element of, we spoke about this in lockdown, how some teams might be elevated through there being no crowds because they feel less pressure. Maybe Liverpool players and their system requires that maybe they benefit from the energy of the crowd. The only thing that doesn't suit all those excuses is that Liverpool were playing like this in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games before lockdown. In those 6 games before lockdown, they lost 4 of them. And the 2 wins they had were scrapey wins against Bournemouth and West Ham. So that's why, if I'm a Liverpool fan, I would be feeling concerned. We see Chelsea do this a few years ago. And by the way, if they lose tonight, Liverpool, that's their 3rd loss of the season. Man United in 1999, the treble winners, only lost 3 league games. Now, we drew quite a few, but we only lost 3 league games. We only lost 7 in all competitions. Like, Liverpool fans were talking about invincible trebles. And it's gone on. Yeah. I mean, this would be, I don't know how many losses that would be for the season. If they lose tonight, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses for the season. And I know that will frustrate Liverpool supporters. I know it's going to frustrate them, and it has to frustrate them.
Yeah, and for me, I don't know how you feel, but it's for me, it's one of those things where if I'm a Liverpool supporter, I think you do have to start asking some questions. Just have to start asking some questions about your players, because for me, the way that Liverpool have played today, in the first half, they were, total dominance, and then just 2 silly errors. And the thing is, like, if again, and I've said this before, as Manchester United fans, you and I, we would know that if Harry Maguire had made those mistakes, Manchester United fans would be raking them through over the coals. Same thing with David De Gea.
Yeah. And listen, and I totally understand. There's Man United are playing in competitive games at the moment where there is there is genuine royal riches at stake, trophies at stake, places in Champions League. So there is an element of what the game means as an example. However, I've said it before. There's a quote here I want to read out. I was going to plagiarize it, but it says, "Winning is not a sometimes thing. It's an all the time thing. You don't win once in a while. You don't do the right thing once in a while. You don't do them right all the time. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing." And this is like a famous quote. And I'm not even throwing salt at Liverpool fans. I genuinely mean this. If they do not sign anyone this summer and they end the season with this whimper, remember, there's only going to be a 6 or 7 week. I think it might only be a 6-week wait until the new season begins, as an example.
Yeah, 6 weeks and then 10 weeks to sign players.
And if they're not going to, honestly, I swear to you, it's interesting. And I know they're claiming that was a foul on Van Dijk, a little bit of a pull, but not for me. Russell's joined us. Russell, what do you make of Liverpool's performance so far? Remember as well, by the way, Liverpool, from the 8th minute until half-time, stopped Arsenal having possession for more than 10 seconds at a time. They dominated them.
Dominant.
But is it just what do you make of it, Russ? Russell, you there?
I think it's... Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Speak up.
Yeah, I think the humble are beating the arrogant. That's just what it is. Liverpool definitely better team than Arsenal, but even in the body language of that defense, they all look a little bit arrogant, especially Virgil van Dijk. And I think they've been caught slacking for those 15 minutes. As soon as they scored the goal, even before they scored the goal, to be fair with Van Dijk, I thought he was being almost a bit of a show off, if you know what I mean, with his posture, with his way he was moving. I don't know, maybe that's how he is now, but I remember them to be a hard-working, gritted team, really drilled. And today they look a little bit laxy-daisy. I don't think they're taking it too serious, or as serious as they should. And us now are clearly fighting for the points. And that's all it is, honestly.
Do you know what's crazy about it? I've just sent a private message. I'm not going to say what I've said to the LFC day trippers, and I'm not even bantering them. That's why I've done it privately. But my overarching point to them is, I want Liverpool fans to be honest, and this isn't about teasing and banter. I'm saying this down the camera, and I mean it. Are you actually worried, genuinely worried, that if you don't sign anybody and you end the season in a poor run of form, like, for instance, Chelsea beat you in the next game and you draw with Newcastle on the final game of the season and then you sign nobody, surely there has to be an element of doubt. If Chelsea, United, City go big in the summer, surely you're not all just going to sit there and think, we'll be fine still. I can't imagine any real Liverpool fan thinks like that. They may not want to say it publicly, so send me a direct message. I know that Liverpool fans like to keep that sort of stuff in-house, but again, they might turn this game around and win 4-2 and then we'll all shut our mouths. But there's just... I actually mean it. Like someone tweeted me earlier and they were like, I really like your content, but ever since Liverpool were made champions, you've like been really bantering us and it's getting boring. And I'm sort of like, no, I'm seeing something different. Since March until now, it's a different Liverpool team. Yeah. In my opinion, you are not the same relentless machine that you were. And my only question is, can that just be turned on and off like a switch? I don't know if it can. And if you think it can, then cool, tell me that. But I'm asking football questions here.
The last game that I saw Liverpool play really at their natural tempo, the last game I saw them play was the Atletico Madrid game. I know people say they lost that game, but that looked like the Liverpool we've been seeing the whole season. And I just feel, and by the way, they should come back and win this game. They're a far better team than us now, don't get me wrong. But I think it's that mental side of it where they've wanted this title for so long, and maybe really they're just happy to have gotten it. But I expected them to really cruise to us now, to be fair. But we haven't seen it for, like you say, Terry, we haven't seen it for a while now.
Mm. Yeah, well, the guys from LSE Day Trippers come back to me saying they're not worried about it. But then I've had another Liverpool fan message me saying, I am worried, I'll be honest, I'll see you after the show. Yeah, Jamie's joined us on the stream now. Jamie, what do you make of Liverpool's performance so far?
I think he joined and left.
Yeah, he's gone. He's not here anymore. Yeah, it's an interesting... I want to gauge you. We had a super chat come through here. This is from Gotti. It says, this game is a perfect example of why you can't make a mistake at this level. You'll be punished no matter what the quality you're playing against. And I agree with that. Interestingly, Liverpool fans and I've thrown loads of clips back at me of mistakes from Maguire and stuff. And my view is this. Maguire, after time, Maguire's aren't mistakes. He gets done by a bit of skill. Like when he got nutmegged the other day, he rushed in a bit, but it was a brilliant bit of skill. That's very different from squaring a ball to the wrong player. Like right. That's why Maguire being dribbled past, it doesn't count as an error leading to a goal. This season in all competitions, Maguire hasn't committed an error that's led to a goal. He's defended something poorly or he's been beaten in a challenge, but that isn't poorness. So there is a fundamental difference. But listen, Van Dijk is twice as good as Maguire, in my opinion. Van Dijk is the best centre-back in the world. That isn't not what I'm disputing here. What I'm looking at is the fact that for 15, 16, 17 games now, Liverpool haven't looked the same. And on top of that, they're not looking like they're going to sign any players. If both those things continue, I would be worried. I really would, champions or not.
And I think you run the risk of having something similar that has happened at Spurs happen with this Liverpool team. This Liverpool team isn't really rotated a lot. And they've been running themselves ragged for Jurgen Klopp in pursuit of trophies, right? And I think in the same way for Spurs running themselves ragged for Pochettino and eventually running their legs into the ground to the point to where they all look like dead players now, even though the team hasn't really changed a whole lot, although managers have. But the team just, I mean, some of the players look dead on their feet. I think if you don't sign any players, how long realistically can a lot of these Liverpool players keep up that intensity, considering that they've been playing like this for years and years under Klopp? You know, it's a real conundrum, and I think that Liverpool fans should be worried because I think some of this might have to do with the situation that in
I
which
don't
they
know
find
about
themselves
that,
playing.
though. You know,
But
I still think they're a very good team, bro. I still think they're a very,
I'm
very
not saying
good
they're not a
team. And
good team. I'm not saying
the,
they're
the
not a good
starting,
team.
the start. No, I get you. I'm just saying, like, the starting 11 is still that good, in my opinion. It's just their mentality is gone. If you look at Van Dijk, the goal
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
conceded there,
Yeah.
what is he doing, bro? What is he doing?
No,
No,
listen.
but-
I
but
think I still think they've got
that's what I
brilliant
mean, though.
players, but
Sometimes
that
tight
isn't what it
legs-
is. I hear what Brian's saying. There's an element of physicality running to the ground, but there's a switch. There's a switch in your head, and I've watched too many documentaries about Man United and listened to the players talking about what it was like to be under Fergie. And what they spoke about is this. They said that he had this uncanny way of every year keeping us motivated to go and try again, go and try again. And when you speak to a lot of people in football, it's why retaining titles is so hard. Only 8 teams have done it in 80 years. Sorry, I'm a liar. Only 11 teams have done it in 80 years of football. And Liverpool have got a disadvantage going into their season next year. The year they did last season, when they didn't win the league, they had title-winning form. So they've had 2 years running where they've been at their absolute peak. And there is an element of mental fatigue that comes in that sometimes isn't something that you're not told to relax. It can just click. It can just click. It can just come into play. And I'm wondering whether that's happening to Liverpool over the last 15 to 16 games. Now, we won't get our answers until next season begins, until we get 5 to 10 games into next year. But there will be an element of concern. And I look at the examples of Chelsea, when Jose won his first title on his second return. From February till May, it didn't look like the team that started the season. And then it never got any better. And by the way, I hope Liverpool are crumbling. I hope Liverpool have passed their peak. Of course I do, because I'm a Man United fan. But I'm more interested in to hear what Liverpool fans have got to say. Stro agrees. Another super chat here from this is from Jin, who says, Terry, it will be hard for Liverpool to be so consistent next season. They have been unbelievable for the past 2 years. I just think they are burnt out come the new season, similar to how City were burnt out this season. And I think with City, as soon as I said that all along about City, so I'm staying consistent. When they got like 5, 6, 7 points behind, I don't think Pep stopped being as demanding. I don't think the player stopped wanting to win. But I just think there's a little thing in your head, a little switch of just, we'll come again next. We'll come again next year, and recharge our batteries as an example. And that's what happened. But we'll see, boys. Listen, enjoy the second half, and I'll chat to you later. Take care.
Absolutely, take care.
Cheers, boys. Thank you, Jim, for that super chat. By the way, it means a great deal to the channel. Terry, who is better, Rashford, Martial, Sancho, or Firmino, Salah, Mane? Listen, the United boys you mentioned there, they're not even playing together yet, so we won't judge that. The best the best group of attacking players as a collective in world football is Firmino, Salah, and Mane, and we know that for what they've done over the course of the past few seasons. So yeah, I'm not going to disrespect them by making any kind of claim like that. I wouldn't do that. That would be disrespectful. Carl King, thank you for becoming an official member of the channel. Means a great deal to me. Second half is now underway, and I'm really looking forward to this second half now. I'm looking forward to seeing what I expect to see from Liverpool, a reaction. I expect to see Liverpool make a change now. I expect to see Liverpool step up now. I expect it. In fact, I don't expect it. I demand it. I demand that they do that. They have to do it. Have to do it now. But I still think they'll come. I still think that we'll see Liverpool come good in this game. To be honest with you, we've got another super chat in here that says, "Remember Dortmund, his style is exhausting." Oh, it's a bad foul here. Yellow card being brought out. Yeah, it is. And listen, I want there to be. I want Liverpool to fall apart. Of course I do. And that's not a salty comment. It's a rival comment. Am I convinced they are going to fall apart, as it were? No. I'm not convinced of it, but I want it to happen. Like, I genuinely want it to happen. But let us see what does. Oh, Saka here. That should have been a red card for Trent. That was very high on the shin. I still get a little feeling that Arsenal are going to throw this away. They've been gifted a couple of goals. Oh, Trent! Oh, it's going to be a goal. Oh, Arsenal get away with it. Deflection. Oh, that not go in. Oh, my God. It's like a game of pinball. Like a game of pinball. How did Arsenal get away with that one? Madness. And like I always say about these things, I'm not even saying anything from a salty position, I promise you. I'm just trying to be as real as I can be. VAR loves United and hates Arsenal. It's not VAR. It's just an individual's subjective opinion. Points dropped from winning positions this season. Arsenal lead that on 15 points, you know. That's why, though, even sitting here, I have no faith. No team in the Premier League has dropped more points from winning positions. And that's since Arteta's been in. And you know, that's one of them little things. And I haven't even said this to that ghost guy last night because I didn't know all of these statistics. Telling me you're on the same level as Man United when you drop 15 points from winning positions under Arteta. No. Just stop. Just stop. Stop. Just stop. Sorry, guys. Let's send a little message there. They're going to score in a second. Liverpool, I can see it. Because the 5-second thing's back again. 5-second thing's back again. 5-second job's back. And again, I don't even mean that from a position of saltiness. I'm actually being serious. Tierney should see that out. It does. That's well played. Well played there by Tierney. I should have danced all night. That advert's in my head. Interesting, yeah. Well, still a long way to go. Maskin says Arsenal must win. A win tonight for Arsenal is huge, though, because a win tonight for Arsenal just puts them back above Burnley, gets them back closer to Tottenham. But it sends a nice message out because I think most Arsenal fans in their heart of hearts weren't expected to win. It's a lovely cross. Trent, though, manages to keep it in. He cuts it back. Is Salah. Oh, what a save, Martinez. Salah there. Salah just sat down David Luiz. See, Arsenal cannot hold on for the rest of this game like this. Lovely ball there from Virgil van Dijk, top quality. Trent keeps it in, cuts it back. Salah here. Oh, the way he sits down. David Luiz went down. You know when a baby's learning to walk and they fall on their bum? That. Oh, he should have scored there, though, Mohamed Salah. Should have buried that. Should have buried it. Corner in. Oh, just over Van Dijk's head, though. Falls to Genie. Robert. Oh, that's an awful. I don't know what that was there by Robertson. But that flies over the crossbar. Flies over the crossbar. Right. They're in possession here. 1, 2, 3. It's lost. There's a foul by Lacazette. So you go back to counting now of Arsenal. Let's go back to the real reason we're here, to laugh at Arsenal. I'm joking. Doing well at the minute, though, to be fair. It's a nice touch by Salah. That's going to be a throw in there to Arsenal, right? But that's what they need right now, Arsenal. They need that bit of possession. Like, legitimately, that's needed now more than anything else, is some possession. They've got Willock coming on, Ceballos coming on, and Aubameyang coming on. I think that sends a really good message, though. Sends a really good message. And by the way, if Arsenal can hold on, confidence levels going into the FA Cup semi-final at the weekend are massive. Massive. Massive confidence levels. Huge confidence levels. Yeah, Messi Lingard here says good intent. Absolutely. Terry, do you think Chelsea have a chance of a point against Liverpool after this game? I think Chelsea have had a good shot anyway. A good shot anyway. And this result will certainly, because Chelsea are a much better footballing team than Arsenal. And fair enough, both of Arsenal's goals have come from absolute catastrophic mistakes. But that isn't going to deter Arsenal supporters for celebrating. And it shouldn't make Chelsea fans feel like they don't have a chance. Especially if the real excuse and the real reason for this drop-off is that they're not really trying too hard. They're on the beach already. Trent here plays a nice ball to Firmino, who tries to nod it down to Mo Salah. Doesn't quite work. Doesn't quite come off for him. Do you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad in this game? Arsenal have had 2 shots and got 2 goals. They've only created 1 chance, and that was Lacazette's assist. They haven't. Arsenal have literally created nothing other than their 2 goals. It's a mad. That is a madness. That is a I haven't ever seen anything like this before. No way. Thank you for your from benevolent obscured gamer. I appreciate the compliment. I haven't actually seen you in a while, bro. I appreciate you coming along and saying hi and everything else, man. I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Trent here on the ball. Arsenal has so little possession in this game. Also, it's 15 shots to 2. Statistically, Arsenal are being beaten up. Beat up. Heat map. Arsenal's heat map is a madness. Arsenal's heat map is a genuine madness. I need to show you this, man. I need to show you this heat map. And I don't, again, it's not even salty. It's how are they winning? How are they even winning? Sorry, itchy nose. Let me see this. All right, let's go down, right? We'll look at this here. Why is this not full? Sorry, people. I need to just do something. I don't like it when it does this. Oh, so it does it like that. Okay, cool. You'll see the sides. I don't like it, but there we go. Let's look at this here. Look at the shots. 14 shots to 2. We go to pass succession, which is fine. Go to key passes. That's chances created. Just 1. No one on the outfield has done it. But that isn't the bit. That isn't the bit that I laughed at. Heat maps. Look where the majority of Arsenal's touches are. This is where your team touches the ball. You touch. Look at Arsenal's heat map here. Right there. On this left-hand side. Madness. If you then go to the chalkboards, this is always an interesting one. If we go here and then actually go on to touches, right? This shows you where you've had the majority of your touches. We get rid of... Can we get rid of Liverpool's touches? We just go to their goalkeeper. Get rid of him. And then put the whole of Arsenal on. Oh, it doesn't do it. Only literally put more. It doesn't let you do one team by himself. That's rubbish. You can just see the vast majority of Liverpool's touches are up the other end of the pitch. It's crazy. 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 Zane here says Arsenal 4, Liverpool 1, Laka hat-trick. Who will score more goals than Martial next season? Bro, Lacazette's been taken off, I think. I think Laka's been substituted. Yeah, he has. So he can't score a hat-trick. But he's had a... Do you know what? He didn't have a good game until the 2 clutch moments and he delivered. So you got to give praise to the man for that. Got to give praise to the man for that. But literally, I haven't seen Liverpool be this dominant against a team and be in this situation before. And I'm not even trying to sound salty. How long's left? 30 minutes plus stoppage time. See, Liverpool made some subs as well, I think. Is Minamino on? Or am I blind? Yeah, Minamino is on. Minamino shoots. It's wide. Nothing from him. Let's just check that. Is Minamino on? I think he is. I can see him on the field of play. They just haven't updated it on here yet. But yeah, he's definitely on. See them big E's there. Errors. Error. nah. Heat maps, man. Heat maps are a big thing. I think heat maps more than normal stats give you an idea of where your team. So every time you clear a ball, look where the red patch is for Arsenal. That's how many times the goalie and the defender centre backs are like clearing that ball away. That's where you predominantly touch the ball, is in and around your own 6-yard box, clearing it. It's mad, genuinely mad that you're winning at this point. But that's also why I can't see it continuing. Like I can't see Arsenal hanging on right now. And I think if Arsenal concede again, they'll just capitulate, I feel. Because they're under so much pressure right now. However, if they can, what they haven't done yet in the second half is have a good counter-attack or two. Trent crosses. It's going to be a corner here. It's well cleared by Granit Xhaka. That's what Liverpool need to do. Arsenal have got to do. They've got to land a punch or two. They've got to land a couple of hits on the jaw of Liverpool just to let them know that it's not all going their way. Because it's highly unlikely that Liverpool are going to make any more big mistakes. Just on a balance of probability, really. Trent crosses. That's well cleared there by Willock. Arsenal push out. Robertson back into the box. It's overhit. Mo Salah keeps it in, though. So well. Keita, who came on. Whatever reason, Keita came on, Minamino came on for... Oh, such a good ball over to... So I'm not sure who came off. Oh, yeah, Firmino came off and Chamberlain came off. Keita on, Minamino on. Jeez. There's almost an element that... Oh, it's an interesting bench for Liverpool. That's what needs to improve next year for them as well. Big time. Can Arsenal get hold of the ball for 10 seconds? Come on. You can do it tonight. They just can't hold on to this ball. Here goes Naby Keita. It's a nice turn from him. Gliding. He's running through the Arsenal midfield. He finds Minamino. Minamino's tackled. Now here Dani Ceballos. Switches the play here. Gomez has got that under control. See, I get they're trying to counter quickly, but I actually think more important than trying to counter it right now, hold on to the ball for a minute. Relieve this pressure against your team. It's a consistent onslaught. You've got to do something about that, Liverpool, Arsenal. Otherwise, Liverpool, at some point, are going to punish you, and punish you badly. Badly. Here's Mane. Sizing it up. Crosses. It's going to be another corner ball here to Liverpool. 66 minutes on the clock. Here goes Mane. Is he going to shoot? No, he squares it. It's Trent. Trent back to Mane. Mane's in. He goes across the face to goal. Van Dijk. Oh, Minamino had a chance there. Minamino then got bullied off the ball, bruv. Man got barged out of the way. Like the sowls at Primark on New Year's Day. Boom. Was he offside? He was onside as well, Minamino. Oh, no. He was onside. God. Arsenal, hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. Nice. Oh, they're giving the ball away again. Giving it away again. Can't keep getting lucky, Arsenal. That's well defended by Van Dijk there. Very well defended. Here goes Robertson down the left-hand side. He crosses. It's cleared again. Arsenal with pretty much every player behind the ball here, barring Pepe. Mane. Dinks it in. Minamino! Oh, should have done better. Sorry, Salah, sorry. Should have done better there. Should have done much, much better there. Should have done so much better. Here goes Mane now. He's going to run into the box. Robertson. Oh, he dug it. Ceballos did brilliantly there. To be fair, Ceballos was brilliant there. Ceballos is brilliant there. Oh, they're going to score. Minamino, shot is blocked. Now Pepe picks it up. Can he? Oh, that's a nice bit of skill from Pepe. Right. But he needs to hold on to the ball here. He gets a foul. Do you know what? He gets a foul. That's fine. If you're gonna pick the foul up, that's still cool. You need to slow the. You needed to do that. I don't ever have the time on visuals. I will try and get that element added. By the way, everyone who's watching over on Hot Mic, thank you. Really appreciate that. Drinks break, I think they're just going into now. Time for me to advertise that again. Please download Hot Mic right now. Does a massive amount of support for the channel if you go and download that app with our promo code TFT and give us a bit of a follow. Really helps support us a lot. So thank you. Julian here says, looking at the stats, it looks like an FA Cup game against a lower level side. It does, and I don't even mean it disrespectfully to Arsenal, but that's exactly how it looks. We go to the match centre here. If we look at these statistics, sorry, I don't know how to refresh this when I'm not. I want to go back to the normal screen. I might have to click off it and click back in. Let's go to live scores here. Oh, there we go. That worked. There we go. Cool. I mean, just look at that. 18 shots to 2. 32% of the ball to nearly 70%. Pass. This is the interesting pass success rate for Arsenal has been poor. They've created 1 chance all game against 14 chances created. It says here, if Liverpool need to make any signings this summer, does this mean missing out on Timo Werner is a loss? Oh, of course it is. Like, missing out on Werner, whether it's this summer or next summer, is a massive loss for Liverpool. There's no doubt about it. That's why they wanted him. And I'm not saying it isn't about money, but if they feel like they couldn't afford him this year, they'd have loved for him to have waited like Van Dijk did, like Naby Keita did, but he chose not to do that. And I'm pretty sure they would have asked him. I guarantee that question was, that they proposed that question, would you wait a year? And he said no. Just going long there to Aubameyang. Try and hold on to the ball. You've got 15 minutes or so of normal time remaining, Arsenal. You could pull one of the shocks of the season off. Because, you know, the other teams that have done bits to Liverpool, like Man United played really well against them in the first half and created opportunities. Lots of our own opportunities, not mistakes. You know, Watford dominated them as an example. Chelsea, who beat them recently? City, of course, did what they did. Some games in Europe they got beat. Arsenal could pull off a shock, actually. They could be dominated by Liverpool. Liverpool could be brilliant other than the final shot of the game. Even though they've scored, it's a madness. I mean, I didn't even check how many corners they had in comparison. 9 corners to 1. And look at the thing I would say is look at the frequency of shots now, though. The frequency of shots is really starting to improve. Look at that. They had 4 shots. Beginning of that second half, they had 4 shots in the space of a minute there. But the frequency of the shots is starting to improve and increase as well. And that's where the press is going to get hard. Robinson's in here. He crosses. He's very deep. Van Dijk's up. Oh, that's going to be a goal kick. Van Dijk could have and maybe should have done a little bit better there. How do you become a member? Let me just show you, bro. I'll share a link. If you can't see the join button on your screen, I'll just share a link with you that puts you through to our members page. And as I always say, it means a massive amount to us, people becoming members. So a big thank you to anybody that likes doing that or is thinking about doing it as an example. I'm going to share that in the comment section here. There you go, bro. I've shared the link. Cedric off. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is coming onto the field of play. And what a last 15 minutes we're going to have here, I think. What a last 15 minutes we're going to have. Oh, Aubameyang gets up to go slightly the wrong side of Pepe. They just need a few minutes of possession, Arsenal. Remember, they haven't held the ball for more than 10 seconds since the 8th minute of the game. But they're winning. So will they care? No. Right, Tobias has got it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost the ball! They win it back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm sorry as a laugh, but it is making me. It is a little bit funny. What are the benefits of becoming a member? So we do exclusive streams for you. We've got an exclusive Facebook page as well, and we've got some stuff that we're going to be starting up once lockdown's done. That we're going to be putting things forward for as well. Just look in. Thank you very, very much for becoming an official member. What you can also do is just actually another little thing I'd like you guys to do is join our Discord as well. I'd like you guys to join our Discord as well. That'd be great if you could do that for us. I'm just going to go find you a link for that. I shared it a little bit earlier on today. I'm going to copy the link address for that. But yeah, we're going to have some exclusive member-only content restarting again soon. We've been waiting for lockdown to kind of end, really. What am I doing here? Discord. I'm posting that as well. If you're on Discord, make sure you're following that. But once you become a member, go on to Facebook, look for the Football Terrace members page. And there's a members page there where you guys can go in, sit and chat and talk. And I'm making a bit of a commitment now as well. From next week, I'm going to start doing 2 streams a week live on the Facebook page as well, just for yourselves to interact with at the same time. Cheers, Just Looking. I appreciate you signing up as a member, mate. It means a great deal to us. Thank you. Plus, it really does help support the channel as well. Like, it really, really does with some of the stuff that we've got in the pipeline. So we just bought some more new equipment today, which is going to, hopefully the watch-alongs are going to come to life a little bit more, which should be great, and stuff like that. But we're going to start doing some more member streams on Facebook from next week, and just start to produce a bit more exclusive content for you. Yeah, it's a recurring monthly fee that you pay of $2.99 if you want to become a member. Yes, so it's a recurring fee. You also get your badges. So you get a 1 month and a 2 month and a 3 month badge, and then a 6 month, 1 year, and it goes like that. You also get like little things. You can use the exclusive emojis. You know, some of the exclusive emojis that we have, I'm going to put them up now. We've got the Liverpool fans watching. We've got the Jurgen Klopp as an example. We've got the badges. There's all sorts of different bits and pieces and things we've got on here. Some you'll like, some you won't. We've got the Avengers badge. We keep adding more to them as we get more members. And as I say, we've got some exclusive content that's going to be produced soon. And you get a nice little weekly stream from me as well. I'm going to try and do at least 2. Shaqiri and Divock coming on here. Oh, Saka in with a tackle there. Going to get a book in. There's definitely a book in there from Xhaka. Thank you. We have another member here in Andrew. Thank you very much, Andrew Merriman, for signing up. Thank you, bro. Means a great deal. Means a great, great deal. Oh, Mane's touch. He gets the ball, though. Genie shoots, deflects. Oh, just scrambled through to Martinez there. Thank you, Sammy. Sammy Partington for becoming a member as well. Appreciate that. And Andrew Merriman all signing up for us. Means a great deal. You guys all becoming official members of the Football Terrace. Ideally, what we'd love to get to is like, if we could get to, it's a massive number and it's going to take ages to get there. But if we could ever get to like 2,000, that would then give us enough money to go full time. And it would be me and I'd employ one other person. And then we'd bring you 2 or 3 solid bits of content every day. We'd run the websites, we'd run the socials. It would be an absolute operation that we would run then. And that's part of the reason why we're trying to build up the members. And then you'd have more polished content, more defined content, better socials, because I don't have the time to run socials at the minute because I'm working during the day doing my day job. So that's the aim of it. You know, if we can do that, then I can employ someone and pay them a wage and then have enough of a base to go, right, grow this business now, move forward. So that's part of the reason why we do it. But listen, I appreciate everyone who signed up. Appreciate it. And yes, I am going to do a Chelsea podcast. I'm just really looking for a Chelsea fan that can host it, really, because the LFC day, we're chatting to the LFC day tripper, one of the main guys there, Gav, about becoming the permanent host. Started conversations about him hosting quite a few of our Liverpool ones. The problem we've had with the podcast mainly is that the main problem we've had with the podcast since the restart is there's been too much football. Like tonight, I'm doing a match review and then going to jump into a Liverpool podcast. So we want to do the Chelsea one, but we need to find the right people for it, really. I kind of want the podcast to be like Chelsea, Arsenal, United only in terms of creators and go from there. But yeah, so a lot of these things are easy with more members. Jin says, Terry, what are you doing? Are you doing a meet and greet? One day. We're probably gonna have to wait until 2021 to do that with everything that's going on in the world. But the only reason I've never done a meet and greet before is I feel a little bit like I would be underwhelming for all of you, and I don't know how many people would actually turn up. And I feel like it could, and that sounds harsh, but if like 5 people turn up and it's just me and 5 people, I don't want to waste anyone's time and be boring for you. Secondly, I don't want it to reflect and be seen as a negative by others. But Anita would be great to host it, to be fair. So I need to chat with her. It's just time, though. But yeah, so from my point of view, I'd love to do a meet and greet. It'd be fun. But there we go. 6 minutes to go here for Arsenal of normal time. Could they pull this off? Could they pull this off? I don't know is the answer. It would be one of the most mesmerizing wins I've ever seen. Saka's being taken off now because as we look at this here, we look at the amount of shots, we look at the amount of possession statistics, everything that goes along with it. Arsenal have been just taken apart in this game, really and truly. Taken apart in this game in every which way other than goals being scored. In fact, Arsenal haven't even created, and I mean it with respect, Arsenal haven't even created enough chances in this game to actually be 2-1 up. They haven't actually created enough chances in the game to be 2-1 up, but they are. And by the way, that's the nature of the beast. That's the way it is. Mane's in though. Mane! Oh, he goes wide. That was some really good defending. He gets in. I think it was Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Just with a subtle push as the man's about to shoot. That's how you defend, bro. Maitland-Niles is caught out. And look at this. A little push. Just as he's trying to shoot. It's not a push that's done with so much force that you're going to give a foul away. It's just done with it's more of a pull really than a push, but it's just enough to put him off balance. Great defending. Gary Neville was the master at that. He'd always foul you just enough where you get away with it, but also stop you from scoring. Brilliant. 4 minutes of normal time plus added time to go for Arsenal to hold on here. Can you imagine a team that creates one chance in a game and has 2 shots beating a Liverpool team who have had 70% of the ball, 20 shots to 2, have created 16 goal-scoring opportunities to Arsenal's 1 they're losing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. So all I can say is wow. It has been good defending. It has been good defending from Arsenal, I would say. Due to the fact that the vast majority of the shots have been blocked. They've got a corner here, Arsenal. They're delaying a bit of time, which is right. Ceballos. Aubameyang gets it in the box. Ooh. They still didn't keep the ball for 10 seconds. That's the stat. I wish there was one for that. How long each phase of possession you hold onto the ball for. And by the way, I actually don't know what good actually looks like on that. So I'm only bantering really because maybe 10 to 15 seconds is the norm anyway. And it's just slightly below that. So I don't know. But when you're playing low block like Arsenal, or maybe you're not meant to have it that much. Maybe they're doing exactly what they're meant to do. Ball switch. Maitland-Niles gets up. Origi, back flick. Cleared there by Holding. 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Are Arsenal about to end Liverpool's Centurion hopes? Are Arsenal about to inflict the 8th defeat of the season on the so-called self-proclaimed best football team ever in the Premier League? Mane here on the ball. By the way, there's still enough time plus injury time for Liverpool to win this. Just trust me, Liverpool can still win this game from this point. They can still win it from here. So they have to remain. Can they get the ball here? They just can't get the ball under control for a period at all. It's going to be a foul to Arsenal. Not given. Not given. Zane, bro, you nervous right now, bruv? Now, I know Man United treble team's the best, but I'm so... Oh, no, bad clearance by David Luiz. Mane! It's blocked. Naby Keita on the ball. Finds Robertson out here on the left. 1.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Naby Keita, he's going to have a pop. He shoots. Oh, that was a little bit of a fizzer into the safe hands of Martinez, who's been absolutely sensational since replacing Bert Leno. You see the shot? Did it deflect? Oh, had a nice deflection as well, and he still caught it. 45 seconds of normal time remaining here. I cannot believe my eyes. I cannot believe what I am seeing. Not that Arsenal were beating Liverpool, but they've done it without creating an opportunity. Here's Aubameyang. Gets it across Pepe. Oh, hang on! Oh, an opportunity there for Willock, and he absolutely slices it. That would have ended the game as a contest. Their first opportunity of the second half, and it goes begging. And in fact, it was probably better than any chance that Liverpool created in the second half. Oh, wow. Aubameyang just flicks it over. Should he have scored? Yes, should have been a goal. Should have been a goal. Normal time is up. 90 minutes are on the clock. Time added on is going to be... Can only be 3 or 4 minutes. 5 minutes, and Divock Origi's on the attack, and he loses the ball. 5 minutes for Liverpool here to salvage the game and to salvage the 100-point marker. Is the 100-point marker gone? Invincible treble over. Invincible double over. Invincible Premier League champions over. Is the final part of the eliteness, the greatness gone here? Is it gone if the Centurion dream is over for Liverpool Football Club? Yellow card given. It's almost a minute gone of injury time here. 4 minutes remaining. What's the bets that the time goes up to about 96 minutes? That was a proper foul there. That's a proper foul to give away. Oh, they waste a free kick. Mane can't control it. My goodness. Goal kick being taken here. Nearly only just over 3 minutes of time remaining in this game. Oh, Aubameyang there. Thank you, Gaming Engine, for becoming a member, mate. Really appreciate that. No, I'm not on mute. I was just reading a couple of messages from some people. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go now. Less than that, 1.5 minutes, sorry. David Luiz clears. Have Liverpool given up here? Have Liverpool stopped trying? Are they about to lose their 3rd game of the season? Robertson whips the ball in. David Luiz away. Shaqiri tries to recover the ball. Picked up by Trent. Back to Shaqiri. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in this game. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this game. It's nice by Mane. It's going to be a corner. 1 minute to go. This could be the final chance, the final moment of the game. Liverpool are on the beach is what Blue FT says. And maybe they are. But Liverpool fans on our show last night all wanted this 100-point marker. If they don't score now, it's done. It's crossed in. It's been clear. They're claiming handball here. Another corner's been given. One last chance. Is Alisson going to come up? If Alisson comes up, you know how much they want this. It's taken early. Are Arsenal ready? Robertson can't get it in the box. He has to go inside. It's Trent. Trent's going to shoot. Trent deflects. Oh! Deflects and goes wide for another corner. There is 10 seconds remaining. Liverpool almost pull it back. Arsenal are literally running. They don't know what they're doing right now. They're going from left to right, short. Have they got their men? Are they in position? Don't throw it away now, Arsenal. Clear this and you win. It comes in. Van Dijk. Mane. It's cleared. It's the free kick. Oh, and Shaqiri put it in the back of the neck, but a free kick was already given. Already given. Oh. Oh. It's done. Oh. Oh. And that's it. It's over. Listen, we're going to be going live in a minute. I'm doing a quick match review myself, and then we're going to be going live with the Liverpool boys very, very soon. Stay tuned. Take care. Goodbye.